Chapter 2, Episode 6. Alright, so you all find yourself the day closing out after having a rather eventful day in recovering the stolen cargo crystal and Pronto's flintlock. You all were able to do so without anybody having any issues, really. No major events.
Yes.
Questionable.
The rest of the time was really spent on planning for the next trip and also procuring some knowledge from Quill and Ash in reference to several different issues. As that meeting came to a close and everyone went to bed down for the night, you all awaken on the next morning. What would you all like to do?
Immediately for Pronto, work on downgrading Norik, and basically get the parts that essentially made him turn into a forge, the campfire area. Gonna turn that into like a forge area.
Okay. So you're
Since
wanting to
it's-
remove all of the functions of that blast furnace, essentially?
Yes, and essentially putting it in the campfire area.
Okay.
Yeah, and removing some of the the metal, essentially making Norik a small creature.
Okay. With all the time that it would take to take him apart and kind of reorganize some of the internals, I would honestly say that would take 2 or 3 days.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just due to the amount of effort that it would take to do that and then reassemble him in a different format. So you can start that process and take the day if you'd like to start that.
Yeah, can anyone assist me?
I mean, you can. The issue on that is that you're specialized in that. If you would like to
okay.
ask for assistance, you're welcome to go to anyone who you feel would be of help. I'll let you think about that for a moment. Anyone else wanted to do something?
Morday will be doing the numbers that I've already done up.
Okay.
Haster is going to go look for something resembling a post office, or at least a ship heading in the direction of where we just were.
From Dren.
Dren. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, there's no post office. But you can ask a ship if they're, or are you trying to get them? Where are you trying to get a message sent to?
To the small village in Dren.
To Calda?
Yeah, Calden.
Okay. You go ahead and
roll for perception or investigation.
Roll for investigation as a whole.
It's going to be a 13.
13? It takes you probably about 3 hours going and talking to different ship captains, kind of getting an idea of where everyone's travel is. There is one ship that is heading to a port at the western side of Dren, the other continent, and then we'll be heading over to Thine, and they ask if you would be okay with them then passing it on to someone else to take it to Calda.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And
go ahead.
Yeah. Hazard's going to kind of quickly scribble down a message kind of away from that ship area. But she's going to go ahead and ask to for him to deliver that message for me. And I can kind of give you the message in private message if you want.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Yes.
all good.
Did you think
Sending it. Sending that message to me would be great. He asks for some type of payment to complete the task.
Yeah, so Asher's going to barter the ceremonial dagger that she picked up in that village.
Okay.
And with that, she's going to include the mark, essentially connecting her to that village.
Okay. Roll a
Kinda
persuasion check.
Yeah, stressing its urgency. Oh boy, that is definitely a 24.
He accepts the dagger happily and says that he will have it delivered as soon as possible.
And yeah, he's more than welcome to sell the message to another runner, and that the runner who delivers the message should receive a handsome reward from the queen.
He takes note of this. Okay. Alright, so that message has been queued to be sent.
Cool beans.
Yes. So you can just send me that message whenever you have a chance. Don't worry about it right now if you don't need to.
Yeah.
About what that message is and whatnot.
Sounds good.
Cool. Wilhelm.
And she'll make her way back to the ship.
Okay, gotcha. Wilhelm?
I got nothing. I'm gonna get the medical kits, let everybody know that we have them.
Okay.
And other than that, maybe just, I don't know, maybe just see if there's a bookshop. No like roleplay or anything behind it, but just like as a general curiosity.
How long would you like to spend searching?
I don't know, maybe an afternoon.
Okay. Looking around, walking through the city, asking anybody that's kind of passing if they know of anything like that. You're told that there's not really any open to the public. It's not really a library, it's more of a historical records. But nobody except those that are recorders of history are allowed access.
As much as I want to just sneak in there and steal stuff, I'm not going to do that. So
Right.
I'm good.
Does he get a +1 to his stealth because he's small?
Because he's small.
Small bean.
I'd still be at a negative, so
Yeah.
I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right. All right. So that's everything there. Pronto, have you decided if you want to ask anybody for help there?
Yeah. Like, go see if like Ash and Linda, see if they're like busy with stuff. Like, if like they can assist Pronto in disassembling, like basically disassembling Norik.
Okay.
And Pronto will do the rest in like doing the downgrading process.
Okay. Ash says that he'd be willing to help out as much as you see that he'd be useful. He stresses that he does not know everything about them and mostly just worked around them, not on them. But he's happy to help out if you need something.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you
What about Linda?
Linda says that she will break it.
Okay, really? Like, like thinking about it, like Fronto's thinking about like if there's something heavy in there, like maybe Linda can help like lift it out.
Okay, in that regard, sure. She's able to
Yeah.
help out with some of the heavier lifting, but anything that's mechanical or requires some type of delicate touch, she immediately walks away.
Yeah. yeah. Yeah, that was what Fronto was thinking. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So with that, you all have convened again. Would you like to convene in the tavern for an evening, or are you going to stay on the ship?
For Fronto, he's yeah.
I would
Fronto's-
definitely be down for going to the tavern, though Hasser's probably going to have to play for her pay.
Okay. So, what's the group decision on this?
Are we gonna split the party?
You better not.
Oh no.
Well, then we'll just follow whatever everyone feels like doing. It's not just.
All right, so we've
Man,
got
well
one for tavern, one for all follow. What are the rest?
All right, hold on. Let me roll. Odd, I'll go out. You and I'll stay.
Pronto votes.
All right.
Thing.
Morday will go out.
Yeah. No matter what, Pronto's gonna stay on the ship.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, are you going back to the same place that you were before, or you wanted to try a different place?
Same place had good ale though. Why would I want to go away? That's not customer loyalty.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad vibe.
You set the vibe.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
already play there, so I'm sure they'll let me play again.
You literally set the vibe.
I am the vibe.
Exactly.
Astra's new motto: I am the vibe.
I love
I
it.
need like a ukulele or something, just like
You have your new instrument.
I mean like in real life, so I can just
Oh.
make the sound effect. I need a soundboard.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you
Like
do.
I wonder, are you gonna use that new instrument you have out of character? Are you gonna use that?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you're not at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty.
I'm not there. I don't know any parties.
Exactly.
Like,
Okay.
Mhm.
2 seconds.
what? What's it
Doesn't anyone
decided?
have the spelling of the town where Queen Sega lives?
I think it's called Nog.
D.
Is it?
Halda.
Wait.
Alda. Nog is the tribe.
Oh, okay.
Alda.
Yep, Halda.
Oh, okay. That's what the village is called. Okay, the Nog are what they're called.
Are the people.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to send the wife to get me some water because I'm all hooked up on the couch and I don't feel like moving. And
Is
to
that
your...
what being married is like? You just have a bunch of little helpers and then like people to just get you things?
The amount of times that I get things for people would not indicate that what you're saying is a reality, but I assume that as my kids get older, I can delegate tasks out further.
Yeah?
They gotta
Why
earn their
else would
keep
you have
around.
children except that you don't
Yeah.
wanna have. You gotta have like You just want your army, right? That's the
Exactly.
only reason.
Oh yeah,
Child
shit.
labor. That's when you start making your own factory.
Exactly. I mean, I'm making a business at some point. They got to work in it, you know. um, yeah. No, my daughter is very helpful. My son, not not as much, but that's just because he's still nonverbal.
Okay. Like your daughter's like 2, 3 years old.
She's 3. My
Okay.
son will be 2 in December.
Oh, okay.
So he's able to communicate and understands basic things. I can tell him like, hey, go put this in this place, and if it's a place he's put it before, he'll usually remember. I think the
Okay.
biggest one that we use that for is like, here, take this empty or dirty dish and put it in the sink, and there's about a 50-50 chance it's either ending up in the trash or in the sink. So, you know.
Okay.
They grow up so fast.
Yes, they do. No, my son actually just started talking a lot more. We've been
Cool.
doing speech therapy stuff and everything because he's been nonverbal for a while, and so he's recently started actually saying dada, mama, and we're trying to get him to say some other words and whatnot. But it's actually been working, so that's encouraging.
Nice.
Okay, so all right, so Pronto, you're staying on the ship. Everyone else is going to partay.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Sure, well, William will be there. He's not drinking though. I think he's learned that mistake already.
That's what you think.
We're gonna have peer pressure rolls. Is that it?
Esther will only drink what is given to her.
Okay, thank you very much.
You know, if Willem drinks more, he may reveal his other big secret that he's actually just a god. You know?
Eldritch
So,
deity. I like
Yeah.
it.
Of course, he's a
Don't
god,
want that. Don't want that getting out.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you all arrive in the tavern, go and find yourself an empty seat. Place is not very crowded, but you did see a few ships that had just arrived in port. A few of them with the green coloring, and the rest of them look to be normal, regular ships. The business is bustling, and as you guys sit down, one of the waiters comes over and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
My dears, I was wondering if you would let me perform for your inn this evening. Just to liven up the crowd a little bit and get the spirits flowing.
By all means, and gestures over to the stage.
Esther gives a polite bow and brings her lute up to the stage with her.
Is this a new one or your old one?
The lute? The golden one.
The golden
The
one.
new one.
Okay. All right.
And Hester's going to begin softly running her fingers across the strings.
What key are you playing the music in?
We're gonna start in G.
All right.
Kind of upbeat.
Upbeat. Okay.
Is there
So-
techno in this land?
Oh. There can be. We do have an artificer.
That's what this new instrument is. It's just just plays electronic music.
It's actually a hurdy-gurdy.
Oh, hurdy-gurdy. Okay. Good choice. Good choice.
Right.
So technically there is medieval techno.
I'll allow it.
You know, that might be like
Maybe
Yeah.
through some illusion magic, it's possible.
how good. Hurdy-gurdy is just a electronic medieval instrument.
So, as you start to perform, some of the patrons taking notice, and the first thing that's caught as a glance is your very elaborate instrument. Um, as you start to play and perform, this is the first time that you've used it. As you start to strum the chords, it resonates and harmonizes with its own notes very, very well. It's got a very pure sound, and it does perform really well. Um, it almost feels broken in, even though you haven't touched it. As you start to strum the chords, you feel that vibration through the instrument kind of resonates a little bit, and you watch as the crystals that are embedded into the actual frame of the lute sort of shimmer, but nothing changes. You don't feel anything, you don't see anything particularly different, but you can see that while playing, it does start to kind of resonate with itself, and that harmonization and well playing has started to kind of spark a little bit of magic. The rest of you, the waitress asks what you all would like to drink this evening.
Round of drinks for everyone at the table, and one for when she gets back as well.
You can hold my drink. I'll just take water.
What? After last night?
You're just gonna get like a side glare from Wilhelm.
The waitress kind of looks at you and says, "Would you be interested in one of our new interesting drinks? Perhaps something to just maybe leave the taste of whatever evening you had with the ale. We have a new drink actually that we've just started producing. Maybe you'd be interested in trying that. It's not as strong alcoholically."
Sure.
Very well. I'll have it brought over. Alright. After a few minutes, as the drinks are brought over, your drink is a fishbowl, and it's a small fishbowl that it could fit like a few goldfish in it. Like, it's not very big. So for you, a normal sized cup. As you look in it, you literally see that it looks like there are fish that are like swimming around in it, and taking a whiff of it, it's very salty. Like, you can smell the salt.
I mean, is that real fish? Hey,
She looks in it and says, "Guess you have to find out," with a smile, and walks away.
Ooh la la.
I asked for a drink, not. Just. He's just gonna stare at it for a bit.
Fair enough. The rest of the drinks are brought to the table. Linda having her own pitcher just brought to the table.
Out of curiosity, is there any like noble-looking individuals in this tavern?
Make a
Someone of
perception
wealth
check.
or a wealthy merchant?
Make a perception check and see what you see.
It's gonna be 14.
Glancing through the crowd, looking for status things that would indicate those of a wealthier nature. You see two individuals that are seated off in a corner. One of them in silk robes, multicolored, more focused on greens. That emerald and that dark green. Having a very, very large gold chained necklace draped over their chest. And another individual that, while they themselves are not wearing like fine silks, they have multiple bands of metal bracelets across their arm, and several different necklaces that they're all wearing at the same time that seem to be of high precious value.
Alright. I'm going to perform a bardic performance. And I'm going
Okay.
to perform Fascinate on the gentleman in the back.
Fascinate. Okay. So what does fascinate do?
This performance can be used on one or more creatures become fascinated with them. Each creature to be fascinated must be within 90 feet, able to see or hear the bard, and capable of paying attention to them. The bard must also be able to see the creature affected, distraction and nearby combat dangers that will break the spell. For every 3 levels a bard has obtained past 1, he can gain an additional creature with this ability. Within range receives a will save, DC 10, plus half the bard's level, plus charisma modifier to negate the effect.
Okay. Alright, so basically it gives them a negative to their skill checks and whatnot.
Yeah, so while fascinated creature takes a -4 penalty on skill checks made as reactions such as perception checks. And yeah, it anything can really break the effect if it puts the other person in danger.
Okay.
But it's a mind affecting ability.
Very cool. Alright, so you are aiming it at the individual in the silk?
Correct.
Okay. And what key are you playing that in?
F sharp.
F sharp. Wonderful.
It actually kind of helps to know a little bit about music.
I realized that I wasn't like asking, and it's kind of like, since we're not able to hear the music that you're playing, it's kind of,
Yeah.
it can add a little bit to it.
I do need like a soundboard, and I just need like pre-inputted like performances.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going for something a little bit baroque, a little romantic, you know, get his
Okay.
attention.
Alright. So, this individual, after hearing you start to play, glancing over, and you switch to this song, and focusing your energy on that, you feel your instrument start to hum and vibrate a little bit more than it typically does. And you kind of glance down, you see that the crystals themselves are not dimly shimmering anymore, but are now actually starting to glow. The individual glances over and just seems to be very fascinated by your performance. I have no other word for that.
Hazard's kind of gonna use her tail to throw her money pouch in front of her, enticing people to donate generously.
Okay. Um, I see what you're doing, and this is very clever.
Hey, Mama needs to pay her bills.
Tactical robbings is what this is.
I call it a financial endeavor, a investment
Okay,
opportunity.
Robbing,
so
thievery, piracy. There are many names to describe what you
I
were
call
doing.
it sponsorship.
To each their own.
Better.
Oh my god!
Unwilling
so
Oh,
philanthropism.
disadvantage.
so the room kind of starts to in different moments of people getting up and getting different drinks, or on their way out or on their way in, start dropping coin into the purse. But this individual, after hearing you perform, immediately gets up, takes off their entire satchel,
Oh my
and
God.
drops it right there, and then just stands there ogling at your performance.
Hazard's gonna give them a wink and a very like you know, the upward glance.
Uh-huh.
Gonna show a little shoulder,
Oh my! Oh!
blow him a little kiss,
Oh!
and
Oh!
continue, and then turn around, walk away, and continue playing.
Don't forget swaying the hips.
Of course, my tail is wagging, swaying, coiling around my leg.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh
I
my!
read enough fan fiction.
Like, should Aster roll a performance with advantage or
That-
something?
I don't know
Like
about
after off
that.
of that description, I think we're pretty good.
I think we are
Okay.
set. There doesn't need to be
That
any
is
kind
just
of...
my natural charisma right there.
Yeah, no, 100%. Nothing needs to be rolled and given to chance. That was just masterfully described. So, this individual, as you kind of got a look at him when he walked up, he's got very, very dark skin, a well-manicured goatee, and shockingly white teeth. He is wearing kind of like I guess it's a turban. It's like cloth that's kind of wrapped around the head. And he is just awestruck at you right now. And he tries to follow you as you continue to perform throughout. And his partner that was sitting down with him eventually pulls him and puts him back in the seat because he keeps just following you as you're walking around the tavern performing. And
Cool.
eventually pulls him
Oh,
over
no.
and you hear the words, "Can we focus on the deal, please? Hello?"
Ooh.
This guy is completely, like,
Do-
not
Do I
focused.
hear that?
You do, because he's close enough to you.
Hazard's going to keep a respectful distance, play, but try to eavesdrop.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check. No.
Sure.
No, roll perception.
like,
Just
perception?
roll perception.
Perception is going to be a 17.
17. The only way you can do it, unless you're, like, trying to stand right next to them, the only way you can hear over your playing is to be pretty close to them, though. Which doesn't help this poor guy that is just fascinated by you.
Already, yeah.
But you hear this, the other individual that is sitting with him. He's got a bit of a gruffer attitude, and looking at him, he looks like a well-seasoned sailor. Potentially a captain of some sort, just someone that has a lot of experience, and their skin is very weathered and whatnot. There's not a full beard, but this more than a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah.
I'm familiar with the type.
He says, "So are you selling me your ship or not?" Hello? And the guy just, the man in the turban continuously is looking back towards you in your direction. And he's going to go ahead and make another roll.
Oh.
And
That's low.
he goes, yes, I'll sell you the ship. However much you want to pay. Just give, I don't care. It's all going to
Oh.
Poor guy.
Oh no.
Sympathy.
Nice.
Wow.
Maybe it's dreams, right?
Typical
Hate
simp
to see
behavior
it.
right there.
He
He's
goes,
turning into a simp.
yes. As the sailor goes, "What? No, I'm not giving you all this. You can give it to the musician. We're gonna meet tomorrow. I'll let you have your night." Stands up and walks out.
That was funny.
Now for the table. What are you all doing?
Mordai's gonna lean into the group. Is it me, or is Haster's loot sparkling? Also plated in gold?
Linda leans forward and says, "Yep, it's definitely
Wait.
gold."
Are you really?
Have you not realized this? When the hell did you have that?
What? Oh, sorry, I was thinking. I'm sorry, I can't get out of my head. Are these real fish or not? I don't want to drink it if it's real fish, but if... I'm sorry.
Wilhelm, they
talking
probably
ab-
just went outside to the sea and scooped up a big, bowl full. Alright, just go at it. Would it take
All right. No, I'm gonna do it. I just gotta think about it, you know?
Do you want me to taste test it before you go?
Just gotta look at the drink. Yeah, you do it. You do it.
As you go to grab it, Mordai, Linda grabs it first.
Oh, I am wrestling her for it.
Strength check.
Oh my. I feel like if you roll high, the glass will break.
Probably. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Give me
Oh,
a moment.
Ooh.
Give me a moment. I just
And
have
that's
to look
when
and see
she-
what her strength is here. Okay, it's +2. Ah.
Oh.
So you go ahead and pull, and as you do so, kind of sloshing the drink a little bit, the drink spills a little bit, hitting the table, and there's a bit of a fizz. Linda goes, "Come on! Just because you won that one night does not mean that you are a better drinker than me."
Morda's just gonna give a smirk and go and take a bit of a chug.
As you chug it, that the first thing that hits you is a bit of a burning sensation, and it's really just the fact that it's essentially a fantasy club soda. So it's got that carbonation to it. But as you get to a full flavor of it, it is like a very, not overwhelmingly, but a very salty drink that's got carbonation in it. And as you get to what looks to be a fish, and it like flows into your mouth, it's just like a hard candy that as soon as you chew it, it makes the entire drink explode in your mouth with flavor.
Morda is gonna kind of just spit it out a little bit, whatever's left in his mouth. Jesus Christ!
What, it was real fish? There's
No.
no way they would do that. Why would
No, it's like bubbling water, but then when one of those things gets in your mouth, it's just like you're hitting a tropical forest.
He spit it out?
Well, I think I still got a bit in my mouth.
Linda goes, "Can I try it, please, now?"
What's the magic word?
Fuck you.
oh.
Slide it right over.
You know, Linda, if you want to learn "fuck you" in like actual magic language, I could probably get that done for you.
She looks over and says, "Yes."
Hey now, why are you all hating on me? I won that bet fair and square.
She looks at you and says, "I'm not saying you didn't win it fair and square, but I am saying that I'd love to say fuck you in every language possible."
Can I say fuck you in Infernal to her?
Yes, you are welcome to do so.
I will.
She kind of just like, because Infernal's kind of like that growling bit of a language, just kind of sounds like a growling grunt. She goes, "Why did you just say that you don't like trees and owlbear? What?"
Not exactly what I said, but if that's your
It
interpretation
sounded
of it,
like he
feel
was
free.
calling you a nice lady, a gnomish, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I, were you hitting on me?
Oh, oh, you wish, honey.
No, I really don't.
Yeah. Alright, if you want the drink, Linda, just take it.
I just want to sip. She takes a sip, and then she keeps it. She doesn't spit it out. Puts it down, slides it over to you. Says, while chewing one of the fish, she goes, "Huh, that's unique." Yeah, I'll have one. She stands up and goes up to the bar and goes and gets more.
Anyway, so sorry for. What were we talking about?
Looking over at Ash, he hasn't said a word and is just kind of staring down at his drink.
Ash, know anything about it?
Kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, the loot, yeah, she got it when we were looking for the crystal. We were trying to find some people that maybe have sold stuff, and we ended up finding a merchant that had this interesting instrument. So, yeah, she ended up getting it."
Huh.
It's her money.
Didn't know she was rich. Fuck.
Yeah, I figured that was a little bit above our pay grade, but who knows?
Yeah, it's no place to say on what her finances are. But,
I mean, hey, if they were back in Glane, pretty easy to acquire something like that, but
yeah, it's I'm sure it's very unique.
it's weird not having a tab anymore in Delton.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder. I still had a full tab there. I wonder if they just completely expunged that, thinking that we're dead. I think I racked up like 3,000 crowns worth.
Pretty sure mine was always paid off or not at all.
Well, nobody wanted to ask you for money. They were too afraid they were going to lose their head.
I mean, fair. Simply walked up and just took an apple from a stand, but just assumed Aster would actually pay it after.
Well, he did send money out to some of those people, but most of the time he didn't.
I mean, have a word with him. Never wanted to be too bad there. But I guess my introduction wasn't the best.
Let's just say it was memorable.
You can say that again.
Linda looks over at you, Mordai, and says, "Introduction?"
Let's just say in one moment, an entire country knew who I was.
That sounds like a terrible thing.
With how it was done, you got that right.
Oh, don't tell me you kicked someone.
Ash,
Wait,
would you say it's
didn't-
worse?
You didn't actually kick just some random person.
Ash,
I was
would you
joking.
say it's worse than a kick?
Ash kind of leans forward and says, "Let's just say the kick is the gentlest thing I've ever seen him do."
You're really making me out to seem like a devil, huh?
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Ooh.
Don't remind me. There's a reason I never had any in my room.
I thought that was because you were ugly, but, you know.
I'm gonna headbutt Ash. That's gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. Oof. That hits. You have the option of going non-lethal damage if you would like.
Absolutely.
Okay. As you lean forward and quickly boom into his head, he goes, "Oh, motherfucker! Listen, man. I can't help what I'm saying is the truth, whether you like it or not."
Huh. I thought that hit across your head would clear up some of your bad thoughts. You need another?
You don't need to see me actually want to kick your ass, do you?
Remember the last time someone got kicked? You didn't win that fight.
Yeah, I didn't actually fight back.
Okay, is this like a normal thing where you just hit people? Like, I don't really mind, just don't hit me. I bruise, like, really easily, and it's just...
It's not something that I would say is a common thing, but it is. Maybe it's his love language.
When we get back to the ship, I'm gonna absolutely smoke your ass.
What? Because I have another lung, you need to puncture that one too?
It's a tempting thought. We got ores that I could pierce it with.
Oh. Now you have to pull in extra assets to get it done.
I thought I should be a little more unique with it. Can't just keep going and kicking you. That's not fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Gotta have a few other things up your pocket, right?
Yeah. And then knowing you probably blast me, across the dock in a single second, but that's what I'm willing to risk.
Of course.
Look, I just got that surgical kit, but that doesn't mean I know how to actually use it, so maybe we just, shouldn't do that.
Weren't you some sort of teacher? I thought you knew everything.
I've read books,
He's-
but I've never had to do
He's
surgery.
a professor. He's a professor. Of course he can do surgery.
Look, if you want to put your life on the line and have the history teacher try to fix you, then you know what? Go for it.
When you put it that way, maybe I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put crowns on it.
Speak where your mouth is.
Yeah, on my face. Where else would it goddamn be?
Linda goes, huh. This drink's really good. Wilhelm, have you had it yet?
No, not yet.
You should do it. You'll like it.
Eh,
Take it.
yeah. I'll just pick up the cup. Drink a bit. Get one of those pieces, chew on it. It's a little bit potent, isn't?
It's a bit strong, but not in a bad way.
No, like it's. I don't know. That's a lot. Maybe it's just. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't know.
Yeah, what are you, 300?
Oh, funny. Yeah, how old do you think gnomes live?
I don't know. I've never met one before.
Wait, he's a gnome? I thought he was just a midget.
What's a midget?
Oh, that's funny.
Really short person?
Children?
Yeah, size of children.
Things.
No, I'm not a child.
He could just be a child with a glued-on beard.
No, you should see a gnome child.
Did they have beards?
You think I'm small? No. No.
Linda, you're sitting next to him. Check his beard.
She goes and pulls your beard.
All right, what'd you find?
You have really strong glue.
Hmm. All right.
Could it be glue or is it magical?
Oh, now we're entering into areas I don't even know.
You know, if you guys keep this up, I'm gonna glue you to your mattresses.
All right,
about
have
that?
fun running the ship.
Right?
No, we'll pick up the mattress and we'll put you at the wheel. You'll be like a what do they call them? Those things that they like put out in front of shops, you know?
A
Just
sign.
stand there. No, but they make them look like people.
Mannequins?
Yeah. You'll be like a mannequin. You'll just stand there. You'll be a little mannequin ship cap.
When did I get designated as ship cap?
I mean, you drive the boat, right? Isn't that what captains do?
I mean, yes, but the captain also has more authority.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't be captain then. Hmm. Anyway, speaking of, where are we even going? Are we just... We have a plan for that?
We have a few options from what I was looking at. We could either go down a very short along the border between Akrul and Praxtran. Could either go through Praxtran itself, or take what looks like a bit of a scenic route across Akrul's few islands. Depends how long you all can last, out on sea.
I'll just leave that to your judgment, I guess.
Well, I'm not the captain, so everyone has a vote. Ash, Linda, what are your thoughts?
Linda responds and says, I know nothing about sailing, nor any of these places. But I do know Praxtran. Praxtran would probably not be a safe bet.
I mean, we don't have to make port, right? We can just go.
If we
Really?
get enough rations and everything goes well. Ash responds and says, if Linda says that Praxtran's not good, I don't know. Plus, you said that after your little spout with that captain, with one of the Emerald Squad, is that going to potentially lead to other issues?
That's my big worry. I would, of course, be perfectly fine with going on a long voyage, but it's just... don't have any weaponry to tango if we're out there. That's why I'd always try to stay to going from stop to stop, to try to avoid as much time on the sea at the moment.
Maybe we can go under the water, right? Just avoid everything.
The last time I tried it, it seemed like there was a limit to it. Or potentially, maybe the gem could have shattered, I don't know. I'd maybe have to have Pronto look at it.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna go back to the ship. I'll just call it early.
Haster,
Alright.
anything else that you're doing?
Haster's gonna do the same, like, hail technique to move the satchel that she's rightfully earned kind of out of the way.
Okay.
And she'll move into a more upbeat sailor drinking song montage.
Okay.
Really get the people going.
All right. How long do you plan to play?
Haster's gonna play probably for about 10 more minutes and return to the table.
Okay. So, after all is said and done,
Are you muted, DM?
nope,
Can't
I'm
hear
just
you.
calculating something. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, what the heck? 3D 150,000.
So Haster, looking through the bag as you get to the table after doing your performance, you received 168 donations throughout the night from the other patrons, and inside of that satchel you find 50,000 crowns.
What the? What?
We're making that bread, boys.
That's just like that. Serves the riches.
You found a daddy sponsor. Congratulations.
This is how I've always dreamed my life would turn out.
All you needed was a magical
So,
You've only like ruined this guy's life, you know. Crazy.
I was about to say, is there anything else like of note in that satchel?
So as you start kind of rifling through it, the inside of the satchel you find a bunch of different little things. You do find a contract, like 2 different scrolls that are contracts. Doesn't appear to be magical, just they are themselves some type of contract. The other things you find in there are a locket that has a picture on the inside of it that has been painted on, and it looks to be of like a younger little girl.
Oh, now I feel
The
bad.
other things that you find in it are a simple dagger and a small statue of a frog that has been carved out of a piece of wood.
Okay.
Alright, anything else that you guys are wanting to do?
We should start setting up a band. Fuck.
I mean, y'all can just be my roadies.
I mean, Mordai would actually work as being a bodyguard.
He's the bouncer.
Yeah, actually. Oh shit.
You can do
I'm not
pirate
gonna
tactics.
lie. It's like, if the turban guy got any closer, just make my way over the table.
As you do, you go and walk up to him.
No. I was gonna say if he approached me more.
No, he seems to be, not approaching you directly.
Yeah, I'm aware now.
Looking over at him, just a quick glance, you see him, and he is, he's just sitting at his table, sipping on a mug with kind of like glassed over eyes that like, what's been happening, and doesn't like seem to recall exactly what's been going on. Till he eventually gets up and just walks out of the tavern.
All right then.
He was very enthralled.
All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and skip forward. You all, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, for Pronto, he would be quite on guard and like on deck and for a bit, like for an hour or two, like into the night, like until it's like between 11 and midnight. Like during that time, Pronto's kind of fishing. Can I roll like survival check, see what
Sure.
I catch? Okay, survival again, like last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, 10.
No bites tonight. You expend 3 bait.
Okay. Okay, that's how it is every 3 bait.
Just in terms of how long you spend.
Okay. Yeah. And then Proto like looks at the altar and then kind of like thinks for a moment and then remembers that moment when he was trying to try that small ruby gem, but then kind of like shakes his head, is like thinks his mind, no, until later, until we are on the sea. Don't want any more noticeable magic happening. And then Proto's actually gonna like set up like he's gonna like actually like kind of like sleep next to the altar because he's like kind of like slightly paranoid and protective of like what's good if a thief is gonna come aboard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Proto does
Okay.
tonight.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and say that everyone retired for the night. Unless anyone else has anything else.
Pastor would like to inspect those contracts a little bit.
Sure. You see one contract that is in reference to the purchasing of a business. More of a business opportunity. The letter says that it is a new business that focuses on doing manufacturing, and that it's not in Dren, it's in the Battle Dren, which, as it's described in the letter, is due to its lawlessness, means they are able to produce more unique things. And he had just purchased some type of business. It doesn't list what it does, but it says that he had purchased it for 190,000 crowns.
Okay,
Go ahead.
and these are just contracts, there's no deed.
This one acts as a deed. But it's like it's not written perfectly well and seems to be very loose on its details, probably due to the fact that it's in another country right on the cusp of several different nations. Because it's going into Dren and Praxdren and Baldren, like it's right at that cusp. This port is very heavy for that.
Gotcha.
So, with that mindset, there's some looseness to the details. The second one that you read is a contract that he owes 70,000 crowns to an individual for the purchasing of a fleet.
Yeah, you definitely ruined that guy's life.
C'est la vie.
Alright.
Does this mean we actually have land or something now? Or Haster is
Haster
That's what I say. I
Yeah,
said we as a
we don't-
party. But we don't know, and it's Haster, but it's like, fuck, okay.
But technically, I also took away some of his debt, I guess.
I don't think that's how debt works, right?
Well, I have a contract saying that this guy owes 70,000 crowns for a fleet.
And it says
I don't know.
fleet upkeep cost. It's not like that he purchased a
Ah,
fleet
okay.
for 70,000. It's that he
Yeah,
owes that
I
much
figured
for
that.
yeah. And you do see that his name is Remy, Remi, Remy
And
Rund.
who were they doing business with?
They were doing business with finding the name. Liam. When you're ready for their last names, I can let you know.
Sure.
Liam Salson, Salason.
Got it.
Let me get the other guy's name. That is Remy Rund. Runde.
Got it.
And the contract for that business, it does give details of where it is. Not going to worry about role-playing that, but you have details. If you ever decided that you wanted to go and find it, it does describe where it is.
Got it.
Okay. Sorry about that. The other piece of information I'll give you is it's in a town called Stagdrift. That business. Um, that's Stag Drift, literally. Um, any other details or any other questions or anything?
Nope. I think that pretty much covers it for now.
Cool. All right. So, as you guys enter back on the boat, you see Pronto, who is resting by the altar in a guarding formation. Um, as you all head below decks, you all rest, and as the next day comes, what would you all like to do?
And this is the day we're about to go, correct?
That's y'all's decision.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find Wilhelm.
Where are you at, Wilhelm?
Depends how early.
It's
Hans
early.
is gonna go to Wilhelm's door and is gonna start knocking softly.
Yeah.
Haster kind of comes in holding the two contracts. Hey, do you mind taking a look at these?
Yeah. He'll grab his glasses. What are they?
They're supposedly contracts I picked up last night. I was wondering if you could tell me if these things are worth anything. I don't know. Not used to this kind of stuff.
What do you mean you just picked these up?
How I got them is not important. Just know that I have them. They were given to me by a nice gentleman who enjoyed my performance.
Right. Would I have any knowledge about like legal stuff?
I'll allow you to make a check if you feel that that's
Because
necessary. Otherwise, that's up to you. Plus, it's Wilhelm, so you know what that means.
you know, you say you know what that means, and then my brain's just like drawing a
Is there-
blank.
Does your friend know anything?
Here, I'll send you a message.
Yeah. I mean, they're just contract documents, right? Just coming.
Well, look them over. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on it, I guess.
There you go. Oh, I just misspelled that word, but
Alright.
you know the word I'm saying. That was based on your backstory. You can choose to do that.
Yeah,
or not,
yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about that. I could do that. Okay, I'll make a check to see if I understand these like actual documents.
okay, go ahead and just make an intelligence check then.
It's a 9.
A 9. They make sense to a degree, but it's not your profession, so you
Yeah.
probably you feel like you understand it, but there's also a lot of it that you have no clue on.
Do you have like an appraise check or?
I think appraise for more like magical things. Am I right about that?
Appraise is anything of value. But I've always considered appraise as you're kind of looking at it and trying to determine how much it's worth based on what it is as
Okay.
like a material. But I'd allow you to use appraise in this.
Okay, I'll go for 1. Sure.
Alright, go for an appraise check.
Well,
Can I
actually,
assist?
I have a high appraise.
Sure. You can assist if you'd like. So
Uh,
roll
so
that with
it's-
advantage then.
I'm just gonna forget I rolled that second time. That was 17.
17 you said. Alright, give me 2
Mhm.
seconds. Sorry, saying goodnight to the wife. Alright. So, 17. Looking over the contract, kind of, the first things that pick out to you are, like, the numbers. And so, the value of it is that one of them is a debt, the other one is a ownership of something. The ownership one means that there's a possibility that if done correctly, you could go there and say, I have this document, I own it, and while it has Remy's name on it, you could alter that. That choice is up to you. The debt could also be altered or stayed the same. And the debt one isn't necessarily an ownership of anything, it's really just a responsibility. So that's really what you can kind of pick up on from there.
All right, Pastor. Unless if you want to pay this debt for this guy, then you probably just should go give it back to him because
Well, what I was thinking was if we sold these contracts to this Liam fella, then A buys back or buys the contract for whatever business he's running, and he also buys the debt that Remy's indebted to. Ergo, Remy is indebted to Liam. I say we could sell this for a pretty nice penny. Crown.
you know, yeah, real quick, am I getting like a bad vibe from Haster about this?
Roll an insight check.
I mean, I would.
Roll an
But
insight
I
check.
am
Yeah.
the vibe.
Yeah. It's just I'm curious if Wilhelm would.
Yeah, roll an insight
What?
check. See what you see.
Oh. He's gullible. He believes he goes. You know, you probably could get some money for this if you could find someone willing to buy whatever this business is. I mean,
Well, I was thinking of grabbing Mordai and Pronto and seeing if we could go sell this. And potentially trade for more.
well, like sell this business. That's it. I mean, I don't know
I
if you're
mean,
gonna
I see
find
no use.
anyone here that wants to just buy a business in some faraway land. You know,
It
maybe.
seems like this Liam fella does.
Yeah, true. Sure, you could probably squeeze some stuff out of it.
I'll go ask the others. Aster's gonna leave with the contracts and is gonna go find Mordai or Pronto. Or Ash. Aster was gonna look for Ash.
Like, you would know Pronto's like kind of like eating breakfast at the table.
You see Pronto down at the table in the ship, and Ash is still in his room with the door closed.
Mordai is also.
I couldn't hear you, Mordai.
Sorry, I'm also in the room with the door closed.
Aster's gonna go knock on Mordai's door.
You hear some sort of grinding, and Mordai just kind of yells, "Come in!"
Aster's gonna open the door. Hey, I have a quick question for you. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, but it's a potential for some extra crowns.
Mordai's gonna stop on the grind wheel and put Stormblood down. What do you got?
You wanna join me with the others at the dining table?
Yeah, sure. I'll be there in a few minutes then.
And I guess Haster's gonna do the same thing for Ash. Hello. If you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
I keep forgetting to unmute myself because I've been eating ice cream. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I didn't want y'all hearing me just like slurping away.
I'll slip away.
Ash says that he'll join, and he comes out and sits at the table, and Linda is also out there as well.
So once everyone's gathered, Haster's gonna lay the contracts out on the table. I procured these yesterday from a gentleman at the tavern last night, and not entirely sure what to do with them. but I was thinking we could find this Liam fella and try to sell back these contracts to him, giving us an extra little bit of coin. He also looked more like a one of the sailor captain types, so might be worth trading for something of equal value.
Linda says, "Yeah, get all the money you can. We're gonna need it. We need cannons."
And Pronto will say, wow, must be one generous patron.
Ash, can you take a look at these contracts?
Ash takes them and goes ahead and starts poring over them and goes, "So this Liam fella, the one that is already owed, you're saying sell him this contract, expunging the debt plus also getting crowns for the business? Just use it as a gateway to that?"
Essentially, from what it sounded like, they were supposed to make a plan to make a trade that night, but apparently Remy couldn't take his eyes off me and very generously donated them. Not sure why, but we could sell it back to Remy. Of course, I'm not sure he'd necessarily want to see me again.
Well, I think that if Remy is open to trade on it, it could mean getting a nice hefty amount, especially if he's willing to purchase outright. It's whether or not he has the crowns on hand to be able to do so. Plus, we also don't know what this guy's producing. So, how do we upsell a business that we don't know the details on? Come up with our own stuff?
Maybe not necessarily upsale. I mean, it sounds like the property value worth of the business is only about did you say 1,300 crowns? Or not 1,300?
It was 17. It was 170,000.
170,000.
Well,
So we could sell it for a fraction of what it's worth, less less bothersome for us.
well, if we count for the fact that 70 is owed, that's 100,000. So what are we thinking? Sell it for 100 or a little less, just see what he's willing to negotiate on?
I'm willing to go with 100 crowns or 100,000 crowns.
Well, if we want to find this Remy character, then yeah, I would say that that's a possibility. What do you all feel about that?
As long as I'm not the one having to make deals this time, I'm all for it.
Pronto doesn't mind.
I shouldn't see any issues, but I would rather not go by myself.
Well,
If you know what I mean.
the only other issue that I see here is the fact that it's not in your name.
And that's why we're selling it to the buyer. We
But
have possession of the contracts, and they can use the contracts for whatever purposes.
this
Can
guy
I-
was also
can I
doing
use,
business with him too, so he would know him.
Can I use like
No, I'm-
minor? Can I use minor illusion to like change the name of who owns it to like Haster? Is that possible for the short time just to fuck with them?
Are you asking out of character?
Yes. Is that
So-
potentially a possibility?
So, yeah, absolutely. Minor illusion exactly works that way.
Alright, just wanted to ask that.
Yeah.
Ash, could we potentially forge the name to somebody else's with magic, and then potentially when it gets handed over, you know, and they go to look at it, it's in their name?
That's totally possible. I know that I certainly have the ability to do that. I mean, Heck, I can remove this name and we can put whatever we want.
Aster, you're the one that procured these things. You make the call.
I'm down for making the risk. If we can somehow forge these documents and sell them to the buyer. Then let's do it.
Then let's do it. All right. He pulls out his wand and does a bit of a flourish on it, and then holds it like you would hold a pen, and then starts wiping away at the signature of Remy's signature, and it just starts disappearing off the page. He says, "All right, hold this, and sign it." Puts it in front of you, hands you his wand. And...
Taster does so.
Okay. You now have a contract for some business over in another place that is worth 170,000 crowns in your possession.
Alright. And now the party commits fraud.
D&D!
We've gone from gang members to like.
Well, you guys
really
gotta
have,
check
like,
off all the boxes. You got,
What?
drug lords, pirates, thieves.
We had such potential to be the good
Scammers.
guys.
Shit's expensive, though.
Yeah,
Well,
at what point during this entire campaign we said, we're gonna be the good guys? Our first session was going to fucking war over a space rock.
Well, I mean, I feel like Haster was, on a good track, and then someone gave me a 300,000 crown debt.
Oh yeah, isn't your debt like 380,000?
So it was only 300.
Yeah, 300. All right.
I only had 600 on me.
Well, now you have
Quite a bit
more.
more.
Than that, yeah.
Gonna walk up on the deck, it's just gonna be a cauldron with a symbol on it.
What happens if I go in the cauldron?
If you do what?
If I go in the cauldron.
I guess we'll find out.
Ooh.
Haster, make a new character sheet.
You have a second
See, I-
prepared, right?
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, in a campaign I used to play, one of the characters like dipped out, or like one of the players dipped out, and the last time we saw it, it got turned into a fucking puppet for a carnival.
Shit.
That could potentially happen.
What a way to go.
That's some
Got
like
Pinocchio,
that's some Courage the Cowardly Dog bullshit.
right?
Hey, we saw it at the royal wedding that I sabotaged and killed a prince and a princess, right?
Fuck. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say I was hunted by a kingdom. Sorry, I got the party hunted by a kingdom.
I'm shocked.
Are you? Are you really?
No, it's sarcasm.
Okay.
I had to be sure. You didn't sound like it was sarcasm.
All right, so we're going to sell
Who's
this
all going?
deed.
Linda volunteers to stay behind for the show.
Okay, no.
Alright.
Linda
Stormblood
also-
is sharpened.
Linda also says, just so you all are aware, tonight is the night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, quick thing, DM. I wonder, can I do like my artificer fusion thing, or does that duration? Because based on the artificer infusion feature for artificers, it says at the end of a long rest I can touch an object and make it one of the magical infusions.
I mean, if it's not a crystal, it doesn't stick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use a crystal.
Okay, then yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So right now, like a large crystal, and he's gonna make his armor a armor of magical strength.
Okay. Uh, now how? So you're gonna make your armor of magical strength. The crystal would need to be embedded into your armor in some way.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, like kind of like on the upper back area.
Okay. All right. So you want to take some time to infuse a crystal onto it?
Yeah.
All right. Um. All right. I would say that would take probably about 2 or 3 hours, and I would need
Oh,
a
okay.
craft check from you.
Okay, so just straight blacksmith check,
Yes, because you're
or
essentially just creating
rather,
a small grip
yeah,
that holds onto a gem.
or rather spellcraft.
Um, well, the spellcraft
Exactly.
isn't exactly necessary at the moment. It's really more just you're adding a crystal to your armor. So
Ah, okay, so blacksmith.
yeah.
Okay.
So you want to go ahead and take time to do that now?
Yeah, I guess that means Pronto will stay behind on the ship while the group is doing this.
All right. Okay. So, wow,
Oh,
fantastic.
25.
Infusing this crystal onto your armor to the back, you have embedded. I'm assuming it's a ruby.
Yeah, a large ruby gem.
Large ruby gem. Okay. So you embed a large ruby gem into the back, and it looks really, really beautiful. You were able to get it to mold straight into the armor and have not that much extruding out or inward, so that it's like compressing onto your shoulder. But it looks really, really nice.
Okay.
So you can do
Yep.
that infusion when you like.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And the effects of magic of armor of magical strength is so it's attunement, so it takes a attunement slot. So do you have that thing in this game, attunement slots?
Uh, attunement slots are a hate-love relationship for me. Um, I do not have a full standing on that rule set, so
Okay. Okay.
I will go ahead and roll with no, just for the sake
Okay.
of time. Um, but yeah,
Alright,
there's
yeah.
no attunement slot. Now I will tell you, um, doing this, the way that the crystal still works is you're still activating it, so you can have it embedded with a spell, or with this effect, and then have it turned off and turn it on when you wish. So if you wish to have an activator that you wanna hook up to it, you can. You just need to make some type of activator.
Oh wait, so I can have like the. So you're saying like if there's like an option, like an on-off option? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Same way with the crystals for the show.
Oh, okay. I think for Fronto would be active at all times.
Active at all times. Okay. So that
Yeah,
means that
and
the spell will have to be reinfused on a daily basis.
okay, okay.
And
Yeah, basically.
the part of that, let me go ahead and check one rule set really quickly. No, not pull up Cortana. 2 seconds. So this is the artillerist thing.
No, it's an artificer infusions.
Oh, it's an artificer infusion rule. Okay.
Yeah, second level. Armor of magical strength. Yeah, basically, essentially, the description of it is that the armor has 6 charges, and I can expend a charge, and I can add my intelligent modifier to any strength check or strength save I make.
Okay, gotcha. So then in that case,
And
um,
basically, oh, there's more. So, as a reaction, if I'm under like an effect to be knocked prone, I can use a one charge as a reaction to stay up, like to be knocked prone.
okay,
For
I found it. Yeah.
and yep, and every dawn I roll 1d6 and it recharges.
Okay. Okay. So you're wanting this as a permanent feature, and so then that being added on there can expend 1. Okay. So all right, perfect. Then in that case, you would just take the mana hit to go ahead and infuse this for the first time. If you expend past those charges, I would say that it requires mana to recharge.
Oh, okay. So in order
Just
to recharge, I have to expend mana to recharge it.
correct, yes, because
Okay.
and the reason for that is just because even with magic coming from this, unless it has a specific spell, which is recharge, then it does not have that effect of recharging on its own without you expending mana. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
You have six
for
charges
the
for the one time of doing mana, um, but then once it uses all six of those charges, you have to expend that mana again to recharge it to full.
okay. What if it still has like charges, but it's just not max? What if there's like 3 charges? Can I still like expend mana to recharge it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the multi-shot rifle, so that's its own thing, like where every 24 hours it recharges all shots.
Correct.
Something like that.
It has 2 spells on it. It has the magic missile that's a 3-round burst, which is a specific alteration of magic missile, and
Mhm.
then it has another spell that is recharge, and it essentially gains its own spells
Oh, I
back
see.
once it's done, and that's
Oh,
because
okay, I
it's
see.
such a low spell that it can do that. So yeah,
Right there, DM? Oh,
Yeah, can you hear me?
okay. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't mute this time. um, but yeah, so it would just work that way. So, let's see for the infusion. In terms of how much mana it would cost, I would honestly say, for it being 6 charges, I would say that it costs like.
Yep, and
Go ahead.
I was just saying like is there any benefit of being it on a large crystal?
Um, yes. I would actually allow up to 8 charges. Um,
Oh, okay.
just due to the size of how much magic can fit into it. And I'll get you a rule set on that because we can do some fun
Yeah,
things with
basic
that.
on the recharge stuff. Yeah. Okay.
But the I would say the first initial cost, if you're wanting to do it, it's always going to have a 2 mana cost plus whatever the amount of charges that you want to add. So if you're wanting to put
Okay,
8 charges,
2 mana.
it'll be 10.
So
2 mana base, and then however many charges that you're wanting is another mana. So say you're wanting to put 8 charges, that's 10 mana.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. Cool. So who's all going to sell the illegally procured and forged documents of a business?
Totally legal. Astra's gonna make her way to the harbor master.
Okay. And who's all going?
Mordai's following as thug support.
The muscle. All right. Ash is gonna go along. Wilhelm.
You know what? Sure. Why not?
All right. All right. So Linda and Pronto are staying behind. The rest of you are heading to the harbor master.
I'm gonna head to the bathroom really quick though.
Yes. Let's go ahead and do a quick bathroom break because I have to use restroom too.
Sounds good.
BRB.
BRB.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Oh.
So you're really doing this, huh?
I mean, might as well.
All right. All right.
I mean, it was given to Aster. Aster is simply returning it, but seeks some benefits for returning it.
I didn't plan on performing fraud this session. Fraud just kind of happened.
Is it fraud?
I mean, we've already forged a document.
Hmm.
We're jumping in on a deal that was not meant for us.
Pronto was like
So-
slightly oblivious about like the circumstances of it. Thought this generous patron like gave you this was like okay, that was quite generous.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I just read your letter, Aster.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I love it.
Ooh.
I'll need some clarifying details on some of that stuff later.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to, like, portray. Because it's definitely not something, like, I've already pre-established with her.
Right.
But,
But yeah, we'll sit down at some point and kind of clear up that later on.
sounds good.
Wow, that 50,000 crown thing was unexpected.
The what
Like
thing?
I said, I am the vibe.
The
Oh, like Aster getting 50,000. Like what? The...
the vibe, man. The vibe will always
Hester's,
get you.
you know, Hester's been a little in the red as of late. And not just with that new debt. Hester was already kind of blowing through some hard cash.
Yeah. Now you marked off because the whole thing should have taken every dime you had. Where
Yep.
did you get that other 600 from?
The 600 is what I had initially when he took my coin purse. So if you look, I'm kind of keeping track of it in Notion, but under my specific inventory list is Haster's debt, and then I'm kind of keeping a invoice, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can follow along with me.
No, that works.
Man.
Macho said he'll be just a minute.
No worries.
He said to start without him. We're not going to do that.
Well, you know, this seems important.
Yeah, this is muscle might be needed, and we don't need the muscle to not be there to have to catch up.
Yep. while Pronto's working on the armor, as time is passing by, he's gonna get some tea, relaxing tea, while he works on it. Make some tea for himself.
Gotcha.
So I'll use a dose of that in the ship inventory. Where is it? Okay.
So, I always like to ask this after I've known people for a bit. What is each one of you's favorite movie? Like, favorite movie of all time? Like, the movie that it either resonated with you on such a deep level that you'll always remember it, or one that just you could always watch again and never get sick of?
Hmm.
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
1, 2, or 3?
The first one.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda was great.
Yeah. Like, I enjoy movies that, like, as a kid, like, you enjoy them for, like, the neat animation and funny moments, the action. But then as you get older, you start to appreciate the story more. That was
so
within
true.
it.
That's so true.
Yeah. Mine's kind of weird. So I really enjoyed this movie for its art style, and I used to be a huge like Rob Zombie fan growing up. But the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which was made in 1921,
Wow.
it's an old black and white silent film. But I got to see that movie with a full orchestra playing underneath the screen,
Wow.
and that was one of my most like memorable moments with a movie.
That's a great answer.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely
familiar
worth
with
a
that
watch.
film whatsoever, but the
It's a little
orchestral
hard
side would
'cause-
be awesome.
Yeah, the artwork is stunning. It is definitely dark and avant-garde-ish. But the story is kind of like fate as old as time. Monster
it's more
in
like
a society that cannot deal with a monster.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
No, you're
Ah,
good. Cat doing all right? Just ate something it wasn't supposed to.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I got lucky. It was on hardwood.
Haha, yes. I'm never
Yeah.
that lucky.
Trust me, she always never throws up on hardwood.
We were just discussing what our most memorable favorite movies are, or that movie that you just love, the one that you love the most or have the most memory of.
Gladiator.
Gladiator? Yeah, Gladiator's good.
I actually watched a little bit of Gladiator today.
Why only a little bit?
Yeah.
I was just kind of going through YouTube and I had to watch the fight scenes. It's like it's so subtle. Like it's not like today's day and age where every fight scene is either slowed down or, got a GoPro on the end of the sword. It is subtle. It is to the point, and Russell Crowe looks badass.
All facts. Can't argue that at all. What about you, Wilhelm?
About the movies and
Yeah.
stuff? Or you know, I don't know. My favorite movie ever?
Mean Girls.
That's such a hard one. That's pretty high up there. But
Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
I don't have an answer right now, but I'll say that I don't know, like recently I've been having I've been like in a heist movie mood.
Ooh.
And I think one of those movies that I keep going back to is Ocean's 11. Like whenever it goes on Netflix, I'll just watch it again, which I
Yeah.
don't do that much with like other movies.
Ocean's 11's good.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah. I'll just say that for now. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I kind of Our
Alright.
ragtag group is kind of like Ocean's 11.
You should
Anyway.
watch Money Heist if you haven't already, by the way.
Well, answers for it, I guess.
What about you, Macho?
What, just going on a Money Heist?
No,
Absolutely.
no,
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 favorite movie.
no. Favorite movie.
Gladiator. I already said
Oh,
so.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
No, my brain
Yeah.
totally forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, Gladiator is a great one. I
Yeah,
love
no,
that
dude,
movie.
fucking Gladiator. I've probably watched it over 100 times.
I love that movie.
Right, shall we get back to the deal
Yes.
in D&D?
All right, so, the party that has left the ship, you are all heading to the harbor master.
Correct.
Okay. As you get to the building, you see the familiar face. Let me go ahead and activate Manavik.
Like, his name is Herman, the shipmaster.
Yes.
Yeah, Herman.
You see the familiar face of Herman currently talking with someone. As they walk away, you walk up. He looks over at your group and says, "Hello. Yes. How can I help you?"
Yes, Harbor Master. Are you familiar with Captain Liam, perchance?
Liam.
Liam Salson?
Ah, yes, Captain Salson. Yes, he's right down the docks towards the end, and kind of points in a direction and says that his ship is a weird mixture of different colors. It's hard to miss.
Sorry, if you
You
said
didn't-
something initially, I did not hear the first half of that.
He says that he is aware of him, and then describes where he is, which is towards the end of the docks. That his ship is of multicolored wood. That it's hard to miss.
Thank you for your service, Harbor Master. He gives a polite bow.
My pleasure, as always.
Hoster heads towards the ship
All right. As you guys walk,
with the rest of the party.
yes. So we have no Pronto and no Linda.
By the way, the Navarre and Casper have already set sail, right?
Yes, they have.
Better say it should be a day and a half already.
And just like that, they have disappeared.
They are no more.
And the sea dragon is still there.
The sea dragon
Dragon.
will
Dang.
remain.
Sea Dragon is canon.
Yes,
Yeah.
this dragon exists in these waters.
You're
Tread
welcome.
Guardian
lightly.
for piracy for Manavik.
There's no way it can harm its creator.
Oh, isn't that such a delightful thought? If only it were true.
No, if only.
As you guys kind of walk towards the edge of the docks, you finally see over here is a ship that is made of white, green, and dark blue. It is a cog, and has a single turret at the front, that has what looks to be a handheld or slightly larger than handheld crossbow, so more of a ballista. And on the ship itself, you see several different crew members that are going around, and it seems like they are preparing to set sail.
With the party, Taster's gonna go up the brow and meet with one of the bosun's mates.
The one of the individuals that's on the ship, a deckhand, looks over and says, "Hello, yes, can we help you?"
Yes, I'm here looking for Captain Liam Stenson.
Who's asking?
I am Haster, and we are on the ship Pendergast.
Very well. Just a moment. He goes below decks, and after a few minutes, the individual that you saw before, that had been talking to Remy in the tavern last night, comes out and looks over and sees you, recognizes you, and says, "Oh, hello there."
It's a pleasure to meet you. I take it you are Captain Liam?
Yes, in the flesh. And you must be the oh so wonderful performer that stole my business.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. But I did happen to sing at that tavern last night, if that's what you're asking.
Yes, a very pretty voice, and quite a talent with the string.
I was wondering if you had a opportunity to discuss a business opportunity.
Well, it would mean my trip would be more fruitful than it currently is, so yes, come aboard.
Hasser bows and starts walking with the captain.
Alright. You're led below decks just one level to the captain's quarters, and the room itself is quite small, sparse of really anything frivolous. It's got a single ledger on the desk and a few other miscellaneous things that are hanging from the wall. There's a bow, a crossbow, and a very pretty blue sword. He takes a seat behind the desk, and while there's no other chairs to offer sitting, he says, "So, what is your business opportunity you wish to bring to my attention?"
Well, it has come to my knowledge that you were, in fact, there last night to conduct a business deal, were you not?
Yes, with my associate, who was entranced by you.
Yes, well, it seems that your associate did owe us quite a bit of money. And to pay for that debt, it seems that the contract that was originally meant for you has been lent over to us. So whatever deal you were going to make, it seems like, well, I'm your girl.
Make a deception check.
Alrighty. 11 plus 5. That's gonna be 16.
16. Alright. He says, "Well, then, what do you have for me today?"
Haster pulls out the contract for the small business and places it on the desk in front of him. I'm willing to continue the deal that you were supposed to make last night and agree to your original agreement for payment.
Ooh.
I see. So you wish to pay up the 70,000 owed with this?
Including the contract, one would cancel out, and then the remainder can be forfeit to what you're willing to sell to us.
I see.
Mind you,
Go ahead.
this business over in Battledren does have quite a bit of opportunity, and I'm sure if you take a look at that contract, it leaves much to be interpreted.
So you yourself do not know many details on this business? It was sold to you by Remy?
The business is just another matter. We could easily sell it to the next top bidder. However, it seems only fair that this deal that was supposed to be conducted last night continues as such. It is only a matter of convenience. However, we can always find another buyer.
Well, there's no need to be so rash about it. Well, let me see. And he goes ahead and starts poring over the contract, kind of looking it over, and then eventually puts it down and says, well, I won't say that you haven't piqued my interest, because you certainly have. Why not keep it for yourself?
As stated, it's more of a convenience sake. We can have people over in that part of the area in a matter of months. However, we are trying to make our way more south, and the business opportunities up here are, for lack of a better term, not what we're looking for. That being said, like I said, if you would like to conduct the same deal, the opportunity is left. It's all a matter of, will you take it?
Well, how much you looking for out of this?
We're going to go with the original price of 100 crowns.
Wait, are you being specific with?
I'm sorry, 100?
100, sorry,
100,000.
100,000.
I knew it.
Okay,
I knew
yeah.
what you meant. I wasn't gonna keep you to that like that.
Just make sure.
I'm so bad with numbers. Please, if I fuck up, call me out on my bullshit.
Okay.
You're the only one down below deck, so I kind of can't say anything.
Huh, okay.
No,
I didn't know
everyone's
if
there.
you guys followed me or not. Yeah,
We're all there?
Yeah.
I figured.
Okay. I just
You're my
assumed
entourage.
keep the entourage upstairs.
No, you were all invited.
Then I misheard. My apologies.
Oh, good. He looks at the contract again and says, well, I'll give it to you for 75.
Of course, with absolving the other contract, it would be wise of us to meet somewhere closer to the middle. How does 85 sound?
78.
80.
Deal.
Pastor shakes the captain's hand.
Give me an hour to get the necessary funds. Where are you at? We can do the trade. You hand me the contract, and I shall exchange with you the crowns.
No worries, we shall be back within the hour.
Very well. Pleasure doing business with you. And kind of like does that like what's your name kind of thing.
Likewise, and you may call me Haster.
Hold on, sorry, I accidentally. It was okay. Continue. Say what you were saying.
I was just likewise, and I've introduced myself
Oh, okay.
to him.
And then he kind of looks around to the rest of your entourage.
And this here is my party. And then you can give your names if you'd like, or you can just nod.
Ash steps forward and says, Benji Sorson. Shakes his hand.
Mordai will walk up. I go by Mako. Pleasure.
He shakes your hand. Wilhelm, you're there too.
Mm-hmm.
And the little one is Pippi.
I'm... Hmm?
Anyway, we shall be
Hey,
back within
what?
the hour.
All right.
Very well.
Alright.
And he gestures for you to leave his quarters.
Yeah, we leave.
All right.
I like, what did you call?
Willem
What did,
was just confused because he thought this was a real deal, and so he was throwing around names.
what did you call Wilhelm? beefy.
Biffy.
Peppy.
Biffy.
Bippy.
Now, out of character, I realized the use of aliases probably would have been a smart move. On the other hand, I did write my name on the contract.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you,
The
guys.
entire purpose of that was literally to just see if you would slip up and say a different name than the name that was on the contract.
Whew. It's a good thing that I didn't think about it.
Probably.
Ignorance is bliss, and it saved my ass.
Okay,
Alright.
the new Aster's new song.
Yes. New hit
Alright.
single.
New hit single
Ignorance
by
saved my ass.
Haster the Vibe.
The vibe.
Kiss my Aster.
Kiss my Haster. Oh my god. Thank you, Pronto.
Oh, all of these are amazing.
We're starting a band.
So
All
many
right, fuck,
band names.
fuck saving the shelf. We're making a band.
It's here pronto.
You guys are literally going to be like the guys that make a club, and like just your entire thing is just dealing with the clientele. On this episode of
Hey, I know how to make a nightclub, alright? I actually know the systematic way to do it. I can do this.
we got the beats, we got the muscle, we got the books.
Medieval techno.
Yeah, and then you got Pronto who's making all the lights and
I wrote
everything.
romantic.
Yeah, the show, and the
Yep.
stage. I mean, you guys got
Yep.
a full club here.
Like explosion special effects.
Exactly. Now all you need is a mixologist. I
That's
guess
why we
that'd
have
be
Wilhelm.
Linda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Noted. All right. So what are you guys planning on doing with that hour?
Yeah, Pronto's still working.
Yeah,
Shall
it's only
we-
been It's only been an hour, so you're still in the process of doing the crystal
Yeah.
gem on your arm.
Yeah.
We can check the market if you'd like. I don't know. We've got an hour to kill.
Like, are you
Still need
below deck
ration.
right now?
No,
There-
we're off the ship.
Yeah.
We're like back towards the pier.
Oh, okay, near the ship. Okay.
All right, guys.
We're
Is
just
that what
gonna
we're
just
doing?
simply wait on the docks.
Okay. Wilhelm, Haster.
Well, yeah. I'm just gonna dink around and play on this side of the street.
All right.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm just gonna hang out.
All right. Haster, you're given 22 crowns.
Aha, nice.
Chump change now.
We paint them back, baby.
Like, all this changes basically for Tower and Russian stuff.
All right. So
Right.
an hour passes, and as you walk
We head
to the
back.
ship, you're immediately invited on. Captain meets you above deck with a sizable chest. And says, "You're welcome to count it if you'd like."
Mako
Master
will
takes-
absolutely
Yeah.
count it.
All right. You go ahead and count it, and it comes out to 80,000 crowns.
Took a while, but we got there.
Yeah, probably like.
Master again shakes
Oh.
the captain's hand and passes the contracts forward.
He says, "Pleasure doing business with you. Safe travels out there."
Likewise, fair winds and calm seas. And then
Indeed.
gives us a polite bow.
All right. So you all have made.
Right, roadies? Take it back.
Aye, aye, miss.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the ship.
Yippers.
Okay. So you all make your way back to the ship. What would you all like to do?
Master, immediately, we're gonna take that down to the storage area.
Yeah, I guess like Proto seeing this as he's like just finishing up a cup of tea and say, "Oh, was the business transaction a success? Looks like it."
More than fruitful.
Ah.
We should be set for a while.
Shall we buy some defensive cannons for this? More defensive cannons for the ship.
It's a thought, now that we have some extra capital.
Do any of you realize how expensive cannons are?
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, they gotta be at least
we'll
like,
get there.
like 1,000 crowns, right?
Oh, if
I
only.
mean, yeah. What was the... didn't Pronto buy a pack of playing cards for like 700 crowns?
Bought 2 packs of playing cards.
Yeah,
Correct.
like well drawn, like well drawn.
Well, I don't
Out
think
of
that's what they were
character,
described
how much
as.
is a cannon again? 80,000 or 120,000?
If I remember correctly, I had said that it was close to. Shoot, hold on.
I knew it was somewhere in that ballpark.
I think it's actually less than that.
Is it 60? No.
Either way, essentially, Pastor just made 80,000 crowns appear out of thin air.
Well,
Technically 130,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mine.
I'm fully aware. I'm just saying the total.
You're not
gross.
aware of that.
Cannon
saying the
cost
total
is,
gross.
is 50,000 plus each.
Huh.
Yeah, so we're pretty good. We can get...
like
That
you
is a little more
like-
expensive than I thought.
don't mind getting like at least one cannon or something.
It's a thought. Once we keep going, making our way west.
You'd have to be careful about weight balance. We are on a small ship.
That can turn into a submarine. I'm very curious as to the ballast system on this machine.
It's called
Very true.
magic.
Magic.
Yeah, Frodo did mention that the moment he saw the like it submerged in the water, and he says, "Well, magic is capable of many things."
I mean, it's literally defying the laws of physics.
Brain
So-
no likey.
Creates an air bubble and then still sinks. So. Alright.
Panzergast, also known as the ghost tank.
Just
Oh,
called a
God.
U-boat.
No,
So-
that's plagiarism. We can't do that. My English teacher said it's not something we could do.
What are you talking about? A U-boat is just a thing. It is a... whatever it's called. Proper noun.
A U-boat is a war crime.
thought it was just
Like
a
you
boat
guys
that
are
shaped
afraid
like
of
a
those.
Technically speaking, until the DM says so, war crimes don't exist in this world.
No, Ty, technically have it. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Oh, fuck.
No, quick. So, are we gonna get a cannon or no?
Yeah, let's go
Another
ahead and
time.
decide, because I want to try and get to sailing.
Yeah,
this session.
probably not here. I don't
Okay.
think like, it is a pretty massive harbor town, so like, there might be a whatever it's called, like a utility
shipwright.
store. Yeah,
Shipwright.
that sells cannons, but that's like an ordered item thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm saying we can save up a little bit more.
Okay.
But I'll leave it up to
the
the...
winds take us. Let's go.
Yeah,
with
that's my vote.
Yeah.
However the rest of the party feels, I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
I'd
Alright.
say let's not be too rash. We're really not gonna need it till maybe hitting like the border of Akril, between that and Praxtran. We should be
technically
fine going
speaking-
from like let's say A1 and A2. That should be fine. And then after that, might want to be a bit more on the safe side.
Okay.
Alright, so.
Yeah, technically speaking, Wilhelm is our cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And- yep.
You want to burn a boat down?
That's you just send Wilhelm
I mean,
in
it's
there.
it's a possibility, but
So that's what I mean. He could go invisible by himself. He could go in, go find their powder kegs, and blow them up.
But that
himself
wouldn't
along
that in the
with it.
process blow himself up?
yeah, what do I do?
No, most likely just get a string, right, and then just light it on fire. And then he runs out.
All the crew members start seeing a long fuse across their
I'm sure
entire
we could-
deck, and it slowly starts sizzling.
Just have Pronto construct a catapult to like fling him over there.
Now that's an idea.
I'm down. I need more crazy ideas to happen. So yes. Okay. So
Got
what's the
green light.
course of action in terms of where you guys are going?
Yeah. So, what route? World map. Let's go.
Probably want to just go to conspiracy chat real quick in Discord.
thing.
Yeah, I did the whole bunch of shit there. So
I have not
Well,
opened it as by our rules. So
okay, well then I will copy this and I'll put it in an all group chat just for DM. If it'll let me copy.
you just do Control C. and
I'm fully aware, Grandpa.
Control is the leftmost button on the keyboard.
I'm gonna fucking puncture another person's lung here in a minute.
You wish to fight God?
I have a sea
See where
demon
that-
that I'm willing to lose control to. Be my guest, motherfucker.
Can I get a patron that is just a DM?
There was a Reddit
Oh.
post about that.
Oh, I see why it's not working.
I'm aware.
Bastard, because all group chat doesn't have pictures. It's not allowed.
Wait, what?
Why?
Alright, let's go
Just
into art.
lights.
It's the way Ty's got this dealt with.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Why is that this the way it should have allowed for?
Well, there you go. It's in art.
All right, fine.
So
There you go.
we've already figured out that the sea path is a little bit more risky.
Yeah, no, sea path is full risk, but definitely probably shorter. We could even go all the way from Manavik to C2. I just like going to C1 to try and stay more to the coast might be better.
Right. I'm totally down with doing like the B path looks, or the A path is the shortest distance.
A path is more getting to mainland. B path is more of the scenic route, so taking a stop
Right.
down in Ackrol, potentially, getting a job or two, etc. Stuff like that.
But
Or
at the same time,
Air process.
like
My vote
Wilhelm
is
got
for
Wilhelm got like Wilhelm got like a sending message, something going on in the arcane acolytes. Don't know what.
Fully aware, but of course, money.
money.
You never know. Even if we go on the A path all the way to A3 and something big happens, we basically have to pay up like 150,000. Still good idea to maybe go down to like the B path, stuff like that. You never know what'll happen.
Aster, what is your vote? What path?
My vote probably the shortest path.
Okay, is that the
What do
A
you-
path, or
I
Yeah.
mean, A1, B1 are the same. A2, B2 are the same. It splits after that.
Yeah. So heading down the same path and then just making a beeline for the mainland.
The other thing too is I know this isn't on the map, but once we get down to A4, right? We could potentially even go down to here. I know we could potentially go skip along these islands down to Wagelin. If we go down to B5, we could hit down here, or even potentially go down and then go into the Gulf here.
Yeah.
Or even from here, right? Just straight onto that. But of course, it's just a matter of distance to Arcane Acolytes after that. Because down over here could be about 5,000. Over here could be about 4,000.
Well,
Over
making it.
here, 3250, stuff like that. We could potentially even come up a little bit over here through the lake, shorten it down. Because the arcade acolytes are on this side of the mountain too, so that's another thing to keep in mind.
Well, knowing a lot of history, this this area right here probably has a port town.
So,
Someplace that we can safely leave our ship and then make our way up to the acolytes.
I mean, if we went to Wagland, we could probably just use Wilhelm's like, hey, I'm an arcane acolyte, parking the ship here.
I was about to say, like, Waylon is where basically Wilhelm's from, right? If I remember that
Yes,
right.
that's correct.
So, assuming that, I'd kind of have an idea of what to do, where to go in Wagland.
Yeah, you were more to the center of the continent, right towards the base of the Celestial Cliffs. So the options there is obviously there is a port town in that little nub that goes inward, and the actual this is your choice to communicate, but there's actually pathways to allow for you to park in that in lake right there.
And yeah, that sounds like
Doesn't get much
the
safer
best,
than that.
the better
Yeah.
option.
Okay, so to Wagland.
Yeah, we're
Saves
gonna
to
take
Wagland.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
E path.
Wait, what? A-Path?
We're taking the D path.
Well, this,
D.
I would classify that as D, E, I know it's very crudely drawn,
Okay.
F, and this would have been G.
Yeah, let's do D.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
D would be a
That's
slight
my
bit more on travel,
Like the A
on
path,
sea,
like-
but yeah.
yeah, the A-Path, like, leads to this island port here.
Yeah, because this is A4. This would
Yeah,
be
so-
B4.
So, we're going to A4.
Probably.
Traveling
Okay.
by sea is usually a bit faster than traveling on land, and we can get pretty close.
Yeah, about 1,500 to 1,000 miles. That's not bad.
Imagine we'll slow down closer to the Bay Area, but definitely my vote for Wagland.
Yeah, go A1, A2, A3, A4, then go into D. Go down.
Yeah.
That's probably an extra 2 stops here, into here, and then down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's agreed. Agreed. That's the path we're taking.
Yeah, I'm down
Ah.
for it.
All right.
Any
It's decided.
naysayers?
I'm gonna
Alright.
keep the NPCs to say that they go along with whatever you guys go with, so it's not my opinion. So, Ash and Linda will follow with whatever decision you guys make.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh.
Alright, then I will draw on the map real quick. One. Oops. Oh,
I mean, you could keep it the same letter.
that's what I was kind of hoping
Yeah.
to do. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Well, actually, that's another thing too that we could potentially do is skip this entirely and just go right to A4.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, depending on our rations.
Yeah. Oh, we've got plenty of ideas here.
if
Alright, so you guys are traveling to A1 though.
Yeah, we'll go A1.
that's decided.
I wish I had a drawing tablet. Fucking hell.
Kage, we miss you.
Rip.
It'd be so much easier doing that. Because the worst part too is I shove my mouse all the way to the corner because I don't really change the map much, so it's just like I have the littlest spot to write letters.
All right. So
Right, so I'll put in ship expenses 80,000 crowns.
Yeah. So for the trip should be about what, 5 days, 60 rations.
Alright, before that, as we're about to leave, I guess the thing with Linda's double moon event,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen tonight, correct?
yes, we will.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a moment. I just wanted to have a clear goal of where everyone was going.
You just want to know what towns we're gonna hit.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, hey, if this makes my job easier for later, though, then once we get past A4, I can figure out, distances and shit just for one simple path. I'm cool with this.
All right. So you guys are setting sail first light or before then? Trying to sail through the night now or
Well, we have to. I imagine we're gonna go through Linda's changing.
I say
Okay.
let's leave harbor.
Yeah, because
I mean, we can at
I feel
least, yeah,
And
get
then
out
sit
there.
out on the outer ring.
yeah, I feel like because we're still in Dren, so there's gonna be many shapeshifters under the double moon event.
Well, yeah. Good thinking.
Yeah, so let's go.
I was thinking for their safety, but now I realize it's more for our safety.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. So, as you guys pull out of the bay,
Yep, and I guess we also like notify our leave to the dock master.
you guys paid up in full, so you guys are welcome
Yeah.
to leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
So, notifying him, he says his goodbyes, and as you all set sail, you notice that a large majority of all the ships that were there have also set sail as well. The pier and all of its docks are practically empty. Very few ships remain.
Mm.
And as you pull away out into the open water, Linda goes below decks, puts herself into. I'm going to go ahead and swip to ship interior.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haster will assist.
Yeah, Morta's gonna use Stormblood's chains to also keep the door tight.
Yeah. Also,
She needs to be
Pronto has a bit of an idea. Like Pronto mentioned, like the 10-pound fish he got. Like I'll remove the 10 rations from the ship inventory.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Ash is gonna go above decks and is gonna just keep an eye out up there, be the top watch. All right. So,
Morta's gonna stay down here and just keep a watch on Linda.
Haster,
Yeah,
are you
so-
in the cell?
Haster is verifying that the chains are set and then stepping out.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and for what Pronto does is that Pronto gets the fish and he's gonna use like 10 doses of the the minor stun bloom tea, like 10 doses of it, and dip it in like a barrel of the fish and water. You get what I'm saying?
You're wanting to dip the fish into that stuff so that it's infused with it?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. So yeah, you have 10 doses of infused stun bloom fish.
You're going to drug her.
I mean, it's not the worst idea. I was kind of
No.
thinking of something similar.
Yeah. Gonna leave this fish here, and then when Linda's in owlbear form, she'll eat that sleepy, drowsy fish.
Linda, watching you discuss this, says, "That's a pretty smart idea, honestly. I mean, I can't see many flaws in that plan. It'll keep me out, and then I'll shift back. I might be asleep for a day. Or several.
It depends if it manages to put your owlbear form to sleep, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
Hasper's gonna start playing a lullaby.
as you do so, you see kind of Linda, and as she's taken all of her armor off. She's just in basic
Okay.
basic clothing. She has no weapons, and
Okay.
she's left that all in her room. Um,
Like Torto mentioned, we also got some extra rope within the ship. Want to use that, or no? Not necessary. The chains are enough.
well, the chains are probably going to break, but me being
I put the
in
chains
here-
on the door.
She's also in shackles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Forgot we had those.
As you see her, she kind of is just kind of shifting in position, just kind of moving her weight from one side of her body to the other, and you can see that she's just quite nervous, anxious, and she says, "Please don't judge me for anything that happens."
Don't worry. Like you've seen us, Linda, deal with two flushes. I'm sure we can deal with a large owlbear form. You.
Yeah, just don't kill me in the process,
I'll do my best.
and don't kick me, please.
Where goes the fun in this?
Well, I'd like to have a lung.
For the record, it was an accident.
I know. And as she kind of stands there for a moment in silence, Ash yells down, "It's happening!"
Oh.
After a moment, Linda stands there, and then as she's still kind of like just moving back and forth a little bit, just kind of shifting her weight a little bit, she then stops. She looks up, and her eyes are blood red.
Scary.
And in just staring forward, blankly, as a few moments pass with her being unresponsive, she eventually starts to tremble. As you watch her back start to expand and her form shift from humanoid to owlbear, the feathers emerging from her skin and her face transforming into a beak, her curling into her chest as eventually she pulls and with all the weight of an owlbear rips apart the chains that were binding her human form. Let me go ahead and the owlbear's form, filling the entire volume of this cage, immediately locks eyes with Mordai, looks at you, and just starts to growl.
Aster kind of plays her lute, trying to soothe the owlbear, Linda.
The Linda's form shifts focus to Pronto,
Ooh.
then to Haster, then to Wilhelm, who she can see further down the hall.
I like to think Willem's doing the thing where you just see his head sticking from behind the wall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like owlbear probably has a good sense of smell, so
Yeah.
so it probably
it's just
smells
slowly
wrong.
peeking out here.
Looks around, identifies its surroundings, and then without hesitation immediately starts trying to rush into the door, like trying to hit it with its shoulder. And this trying desperately, and you see the bars bend with every hit, starting to try to contain it, but it does start to bend with the force.
Haster's gonna perform Fascinate again.
Alright. And that is a DC of
15.
15. Alright.
Pronto. Also grab that parrot flesh.
Oh yeah, like the rations of parrot flesh.
Yep.
Okay.
Where are you gonna need it?
So how much you want to?
All of it.
Oh wow, so like basically Linda got 40 rations from it. Are we gonna use that much?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so I'll get.
The second
Basically-
the bars start to bend. Fuck.
Yep.
And is this a wisdom saving throw?
Will, I believe. Let me double check.
Which is wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will, yes.
Okay. Yes. So, as you start to play louder, her beast form starts to growl and roar, and then all of a sudden snaps, and then looks at you, not in anger, but then just kind of sways to the music.
Haster plays a very calm, soothing lullaby.
It just stands there, swaying with the music. For how long do you play?
Haster is going to just maintain complete concentration and playing.
Okay.
It's just
I'll
going to be
say
a
that
continuous performance.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm going to assume you're gonna need to make a few performance checks after a certain amount of time.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I'm attempting to see if there's a how long it lasts. For as
So
long as the effects last, it takes, but it doesn't say
yeah,
how long that it lasts. Any obvious threats, such as someone drawing a weapon, casting a spell, or aiming a ranged weapon at the fascinated creature, automatically breaks the effect. A fascinated creature's ally may shake it free of the spell as a standard action. Okay. It doesn't say for how long, so I'm going to say it's 5 minutes, just because if you're focusing on this. So go ahead and make a performance check, and based on that will determine if Linda can make another check.
sure. And just remember, with the performance, it makes -4 to all of her all of her skill checks.
Okay.
That's going to be a 17.
17. Alright, we'll allow that to stick. So you're at going into 10 minutes of playing.
I imagine Pronto's got the hide at this point.
Like getting like the meat chunks of the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like getting like a crate of it, and and he's not he's gonna toss like 10 of it towards the barrel with the fish, like the sleep-inducing fish.
So that's in the cage right now?
Yeah, I thought I would do that already, like putting the barrel in the cage.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
You could just imagine there's a feeding trough or something next to it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, that's fine too. Like I can just already have it prepared.
Okay, so there's a barrel with the fish that has been infused with the stun bloom that is in the cage currently.
Yeah, basically, like the barrel has the tea, and the fish is in that tea.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. That was my fault for not clarifying. Okay, cool. So then you pull out the crate of more meat.
Yeah, basically, if the owl, like first Pronto tosses in like kind of the barrel with the sleep inducing that was dipped and submerged in the tea. The 10-pound fish, and tosses it
The,
to
the stun bloom fish tea.
Okay.
yeah.
And so you're throwing that
Yeah,
fish
and then-
in there now?
Yeah,
Okay.
and see how it reacts. Like if it finishes, like Prata get some of the parrot rations, dip it in the tea, and then throw it there. Keep throwing.
Okay. Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. Advantage and +2. Oh, animal handling is it like a wisdom or intelligence based check?
I believe it's wisdom in D&D.
Okay.
Let me see. I've got it.
It's a
Animals
charisma.
Oh, charisma. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
14 total.
14. Okay, noted. As you throw the fish in, the owlbear, very slowly, still very much swaying to the music and eyes completely focused on Haster, grabs the fish, chews it and swallows it, and just keeps swaying to the music.
Okay. Like, is it still chewing on the fish, or does it just eat it whole?
Well, it just swallows it whole.
Oh, really? Holy crap.
It is burb. Is it burb?
Yes.
Barb.
Would you like another performance check?
Yes.
That's 21.
21. Indeed. Very focused. Continuing to sway. Do you throw any more food in there, Pronto?
Yes, it's gonna throw in another, like, gonna dip part of the parrot rations and like at least 10 rations, and like putting some in and waiting for a moment to let that submerge of the tea, and then kind of like toss it in the cage.
As you toss this food, it very slowly, still eyes completely locked on Haster, picks up the food and swallows it whole. You've fed it a full fish of 10 rations infused with the tea. You fed it 10 parrot rations of infused sleep tea.
Yeah, it was 10 doses total of the sleep tea.
10 doses total. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Haster, one last performance check.
Ooh, that's going to be a 8.
8.
Oh.
Gonna make them all, boys.
Oh, he rolled the Albert.
You see its head stop swaying as much. Still, eyes on you, still a little bit of sway.
Fingers
and
are
then,
cramping.
right? As it continues to look at you, after a moment, its eyes start to close. And it opens back up, shakes its head, looks back at you, and then it shakes its head and looks over at Pronto, and then back at Mordai, and then back to Haster, shakes its head, slumps a little bit into the ground, leaning a little bit on the bars, closes its eyes, opens, and then snaps its head back and looks right back at Haster, still under the effects of the spell.
His body is fighting the fascination with sleepiness.
Correct. As
Master plucks away.
after a few minutes of Linda's form continuing to try and fight the spell, and then sleep, and then fight sleep, and then keep focused on the spell, after a few minutes, the owlbear slumps over, twitching slightly, and then eventually, in a deep deep slumber.
Around the same time, Haster will stop playing and also kind of drop down exhausted.
Yes, quite. I would say you might have a little bit of a bloody finger situation.
Yeah.
Loot strings were very sharp.
There's a price to pay with that.
Actually,
Haster
it was
carefully sets down her loot and kind of curls up and watches Linda.
Ash kind of yells down, "Is it done?"
Haster kind of like looks underneath up the porthole and kind of gets that shh.
He goes, "Oh, good," and then goes back to his post.
Good job, everyone.
You two did all the work. I was just ready to see if she went sideways.
Thank God it didn't get to that point.
going to have to repair the bars soon. Afterwards.
I don't know about y'all two, but I think I'm gonna need to turn in. Will y'all take first watch?
I can take the whole night if you wish.
Thanks, Martin.
Proto can take the other half.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Because if she breaks out, I'm the only one here that could hold her up for at least for half a minute.
Okay.
Esther goes to her rack and sets the little wooden frog statue on her end table, and then promptly passes out.
All right.
And then Fronto will kind of like look at the Alvar form, like kind of curious. So right now it's like kind of like sleeping, but its head is like on both of its paws.
It's curled up in more of like a ball. Like its head is kind of curled into its stomach.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like how a cat typically kind of curls up in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Portal will step back little by little and he'll whisper in the Dren language he was taught when teaching the commands of wolves. He's gonna say the stay command, the storm, like whispering that to the Alvar sleeping.
Nice touch.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And then Pronto will go to sleep.
All right. As you all are heading to bed, you hear sounds from the outside of the ship. You hear roars. You hear
At the moment. Okay.
just outside in the distance. And you hear roars. You hear sounds of ferocious beasts fighting each other, being torn apart. You hear animals crying out in pain and death. It lasts for hours, and it's not a consistent sound, but it's on and off throughout the night.
As this goes on, Fronto will kind of go back above deck and see, basically the Manavik is in the distance.
Correct. Yes. Manavik, off in the distance, probably I would say probably about a mile and a half away. You see the city is mostly dark, as all the torches and lanterns were put out so that if any of the creatures hit it, it wouldn't set ablaze. You hear the sounds of these creatures off in the distance, but the first thing that you notice as soon as you step onto the deck is the dark red color of everything that it is shadowed in. this blood red that is almost so dark that it turns to a purple.
Ah,
And
I wonder, is the sea looking blood red here, or because of the sky, or no?
is the sea looking blood red?
Yeah, since like the sea is kind of reflective of the blue sky.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Frontal kind of like looks us over and hears the screams and he'll kind of say, "Oof, that is very. This event is very ominous, dude."
Ash kind of steps away from his post and steps next to you and says, "Yeah, when I've seen the eclipses before, but this adds a whole new level to it."
Mm. Yeah. And Frontal will like kind of like remain deck in the up deck in for a few minutes, like kind of like take a look at glance around and look at like the double moon for a moment and head back down. Take one more glance at the sleeping Oliver and then goes back to bed.
Okay. Mordai, anything that you wish to do, or are you just gonna stay right there in that chair?
I am not moving a fucking muscle in that chair, dude.
All right, Wilhelm.
Well, it's just kind of almost like cartoonishly trying to sneak around just to get a look at the owlbear, which I believe he hasn't seen.
Correct.
This
Yes.
is
Like
this is the first time he's seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine Wilhelm's like leaning against the wall and doors, like like sliding across.
And Mordai is just looking at him like he's a fucking moron.
Willem's just gonna look at the owlbear, look at Mordai, and give a face like, "Are you seeing this shit?"
Gonna just give a nod back. Gonna put Stormblood also gently just on the desk next to me.
He's gonna slowly back away and almost like, again, cartoonishly like tiptoe up to his room.
As you're about to walk in, a quill kind of hovers next to you and goes, "Whoa."
Yeah.
And then a quill flies over to the cage. Kind of
Oh, I'm
hovers
just gonna watch.
on the outside. And then goes on the inside of the cage. And is now just hovering above the owlbear.
Hey, Quill, back before you accidentally wake her.
Quill kind of flashes red in your direction and then goes right back to looking.
I think he just told you to fuck off.
He did. Oh, now it's tempting. Do I just start banging on the fucking teleport?
Oh god.
Oh no!
A quill hovers around, looks at all different angles, and then looks over at you, and then just kind of hovers there while on the inside of the bars above Linda's form.
I'm just gonna be facepalming.
A quill then, as soon as you facepalm, comes over and then just pricks you right in the finger and flies off after Wilhelm.
Jesus.
Is there blood?
Yes.
Motherfucker. Oh god fucking damn it.
Wilhelm's just
You
gonna
moron.
shrug your way. Silently mouth like, "I'm sorry." Just going to...
He does this to
Like this
new
room.
people.
Don't worry, he's actually a good dog.
This is why no one knows about Aquilus, because Aquila's a fucking dick. That's it.
I'm gonna put him back in the box when we get to the Arcane Acolyte.
As the door is about to close, Aquil, like, kind of like not quietly says, "I'm older than you," and then as the door closes, rushes back into the room.
Look, Aquila hasn't gotten to talk to many people. He just doesn't have social skills, you know? It's been a while.
Did he lose that when he went into the box? Or when he became a floating utensil?
Who knows?
Just go get some rest.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
going to do as quiet as you can. Go to bed.
Alright. So, Ash is on watch above decks, and Morda, you are on watch below decks, just focusing on what? Like, are you just seeing if Linda wakes up? Are you just making sure that there's no other trouble? Like, what's your objective?
If Linda starts waking up, bad shit's gonna happen. So that's my big worry right now.
Okay.
The
Alright.
crate of 20 parrot remains of rations is still there, and the barrel of stun boom tea is still there.
Should be okay, but you never know.
Three hours goes by. The owlbear does not move. 6 hours total. The owlbear does not move. And as the last 3 hours of the night surpasses, and light starts to stream through the portcullis to the top deck, the owlbear has not moved. And as the sun comes up and light starts to spill through, you watch the shifting form of the owlbear transition to Linda's form, laying there, completely asleep, unaware of the world.
I'm gonna go over and pick her up and then bring her to her room.
Okay.
Of course, just kind of tuck her into bed, and Morday's gonna go pass the fuck out.
Alright. So with that, we're going to go ahead and say you guys start the travel, right?
Yes.
Bruce.
But as I like Pronto's the type to wake up early, so he's gonna wake up and kind of like go check. But seeing that, like, I guess like the room is empty, like he gets worried for a moment, like checks, like seeing Mordai and Linda are gone, like he's curious about what happened, and let me make a check on what Pronto would do. I'm gonna roll a d20. Like odd, he'll check Mordai's room. Even, he'll check Linda's room. Oh, odd.
Well,
So it's going to check Mordai's room. It's kind of like give a. Oh no, there's Mordai's room here. Kind of like give a knock.
You hear no response.
Aster checks Linda's room, and then once she verifies she's good, is going to relieve Ash on watch.
okay.
Oh, okay, and I'm assuming you tell everyone else like Linda's good.
No.
Okay.
Once I check, I'm just gonna go up
Okay.
weather side.
I'll
You
probably check
watch
Mordai.
as,
See.
as
Go
you're
ahead.
like opening the door, you see Ash walking down the stairs.
I nod to him and ask him how the night went.
He goes, nothing other than the awful sounds of beasts that are way more powerful than us tearing themselves apart and howling to the blood moon.
Well, sounds like you deserve a well-needed nap.
If I can get
Get
any
some
kind
rest,
of sleep
buddy.
at all, it's going to be a miracle.
Haster kind of Haster starts playing her lute, and as Ash walks down the stairs, I'm just gonna incite some calmness.
You're going to play some ominous music?
No, calm, peaceful.
Oh, some calm, peaceful music. Okay,
Yeah, try to relieve him of his worry.
gotcha. He
You
he
do.
nods and thanks as he goes and retires for the day.
Haster takes the watch.
Alright. So what happens for Proto is that Proto checks Morty's room,
As-
like sees that he's asleep,
Yeah.
walks out and checks Linda's room and see that she's like tucked in. It was like, and Proto was like, guess Mordai must have brought Linda here. As he's about to go out, a thought runs Proto's mind, and he thinks about Proto's gonna play a little prank. A smirk comes to his mind. What's gonna happen is that Proto will like kind of like prop Linda like kind of like awkwardly on her bed, like basically she's not like laying down straight on the bed.
Oh, buddy, be careful with this.
And basically what happens is that like with the furniture and stuff, Proto will knock down some furniture like steadily, like it's not going to be loud, but basically like topple over the furniture like steadily, like you know what I mean.
Right.
Yep. And basically toss the pillows all toss the pillow around and the blanket of the second bed around, and with his wood carving tools, he's gonna make scratch marks like around.
Oh no.
Wow.
And Pronto's gonna lay down on his belly, like he's gonna toss his gun. Like first, he's gonna toss his like gun around, as well, like basically put it on the other side of the room, and and I guess like kind of like carve some of the pillow feathers out, and then kind of like spread them around a bit, like but not touching Linda.
You're gonna mortify her when she wakes up.
You're destroying good furniture. This is all I'm hearing.
You better have mending.
Okay, and then yeah, and then after all the work is done, Pronto lays down, like on his belly and face first on the floor, like kind of like squinting his eyes open, like it's gonna wait.
Okay. So you moved her though?
Like she's still on the same bed, but basically put her like in a position that she's not like safely tucked in, but basically not laying down straight, like but laying down awkwardly on the bed.
Okay. All right. So as you're laying on the floor, you hear the door open and close to a room out there of Ash going in, tucking in for the night.
Okay.
And then you wait 30 minutes. That turns into an hour. And he goes past the hour and it starts to bleed into the second hour. Linda hasn't moved and is snoring.
Damn it.
You gave her
Like
20 doses of stun bloom.
no, it's like 10 doses total though. Like
You dipped 10 more pieces of
oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's
She's
a
out.
full dose. Like yes, full dose is like maybe I would say is like 4 solid doses of stun bloom, but like over 20 different ration pieces. Yeah, she's
Okay.
she is really really out.
He gave
Okay.
her enough to stun an owl bear.
Yeah,
But,
that's still in her system.
Okay. Then Frodo decides something else. He's gonna take off his silver armor and
Oh.
kind of like leave in the room. Like get some like. Is there still some spike dice?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna spread some spike dice around his armor, kind of like make it look like blood or something, and then he'll basically leave his helmet, his chest piece, and like mostly
Oh,
his helmet,
God.
his chest piece. His
Are
gloves,
you trying to play a prank, or are you trying to give someone PTSD, Prono? You're making it seem like she just slaughtered her entire group of friends. Like,
No, just one. Just one at the moment.
at
No,
the
we'll
moment,
see-
but
That's
knowing
what she knows
logically,
of.
if one's dead, what about the others?
Yeah, especially if she's not in the cage anymore.
Yeah, and in bed of all things.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well,
Frodo's doing
we'll
this.
see how this one plays out, Cotton.
Yep. Frodo will do this.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that that's going to be an interesting turnaround here. All right. So
Yeah.
really quickly to the party as a whole, out of character, we are at the 3-hour mark. Do we need to go ahead and call it? Do we need to take a short break? Do we need to continue? What does everyone want to do? I don't know how everyone's tiredness is and whatnot.
Oh, it's
I'm open to go as long as people want.
I say let's finish the travel, unless if we get like combat encounters and stuff.
Yeah, like basically, maybe we'll end if we get on a combat encounter.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Macho.
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy, but you know what? I can manage.
Cool.
I'm in a very uncomfortable position, so I'm not falling asleep. Will I have back problems? Probably.
I mean, it's a guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, just wait.
Yeah, seriously. Lord.
It's not
Okay.
fun.
No, it's not. Getting old sucks. And I'm not even that old. Ugh. All right.
What do you think I feel like? I'm doing a courier job for 3 years now.
Hey, I did it for 2 years.
Yeah, I have one up on you.
Talk to me in 20 years.
Think you can outdo me? I had kidney stones.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Beat that back pain.
I had a diet that consisted of nicotine, Monster Energy, and depression.
Okay, calm down there, Kyle.
Want to know where your taxpayer money's going? It's going straight to Monster Energy.
Monster should have sponsored the Navy.
Just military in general.
Yeah, pretty much. Cool. I
Alright,
need
I
a
do
5-minute recess to go get some water.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Afterwards, after Proto does his little stunt prank, Proto will go above deck and help, row the ship.
All right,
All right.
sounds good.
I'll be right back.
Man.
We got lucky.
That was a horrible idea. I mean, you really ruined that guy's life. Like that's
What do you mean I ruined that guy's
No, Aster.
not you, Aster. Like that. That
Yeah.
man got like 50,000 crowns stolen and his business.
Yeah, and not only that, dependent with a young girl. It seems to be his daughter.
Like that's gonna be the next villain. I'm just gonna say it. Like that's the start of the villain story.
Indeed. Like, we are not aware that, Aster put some kind of enhancing spell, and that caused this innocent man to do such things. Like, we're not aware of it. We just think he's a generous donor.
Pretty much.
Wilhelm doesn't know. I failed that
Yeah.
roll, man.
Yep.
I don't even know about it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
I
all
don't know.
think.
I don't know about the 50,000. I just know of there was a contract. Oh, go talk to Ash.
Yep. Like Aster said, I got this contract from a donor. Let's sell it. I was like, okay.
I'm back.
Hello.
Reiterate what Wilhelm said. You really fucked that guy's life over.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, ruined.
Mm.
I mean,
I feel like a couple years later down the line, that young girl grows up for vengeance.
you know, I do
waiting
feel
on
kind of
bandits.
bad about the locket, but
Oh, not the fact he just sold his entire business.
down with capitalism.
If anything, you just became the capitalist.
I mean, that is true. I
Now you're
suppose I
the now
did.
you're the one dealing in properties.
Ah, fuck. This is my
Next-
villain arc.
Next, you're gonna make an apartment complex. Is that
Yeah, so a landlord.
If it wasn't so far away from where we were trying to go, totally down to, keep it. But
I truly wasn't planning on obtaining these contracts and
And the
committing
fortune.
fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's just say,
I mean-
let's not be sad that it's over. Let's just smile that it happened, okay?
yeah,
Yep. After C's Club.
This is me using my bard skills.
bard skills. Yes, I like it. I'm just waiting for the moment Astra sees this as profitable and starts putting level ups into rogue.
Are you kidding me? I'm about to put sponsors and everything all over the ship.
Hey, I just noticed. Why are there clothes on my bed? And am I just have a messy room and I just didn't know? Is that it?
Yeah, you
I
said
thought-
you were messy.
Yeah, you wanted that. That was your aesthetic.
Yeah,
The clothes. I didn't
remember-
remember the clothes, but hey, go for it. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the aesthetic of being messy.
But to ask, who left their clothes in my room? Who did it?
I mean Ash is the messiest one here, so
I like your little doormat.
Hmm.
Yep.
probably the
Like,
best
we are-
touch.
Yeah. Like Aster's Queen Sega body pillow. It's still there.
Just a
Turn
personal
back
touch.
Yeah. Hey, what was going on with the desk? I never understood what that was.
The one next to the cells.
No, in your room.
Oh, that's like
I-
root.
It's like an alchemy little kit.
Okay, so that's a root. I thought it was like a fissure through space and time, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it gives it a little bit more archaic design.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Mortai's too
it's my
minimalistic for this.
Yeah, it's my Skyrim alchemist table.
Ah. I see. I'm still waiting for the moment we go to see a blacksmith and I fucking hear you looking to protect yourself or deal some damage. There will be a murder.
I have returned.
Hello.
I'm back.
Beautiful.
Yep. Gonna roll the random encounter stuff for the sea, like what
Yes.
weather.
How about we wait and see?
I mean,
How
should
about
be
we don't
about a
give
5
him
days
idea?
travel-ish.
I'm just trying to figure out why I smell a burning smell by my couch.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, what?
I was gonna say, were you sitting there so long that you started burning it?
No,
Fuck.
I just sat
Badass.
down and it smells like electronics burning. Like, what could be burning?
You might want to smell your little jerry
Okay,
rig.
there's
Yeah.
no power source going through it.
Okay.
You sure? I mean,
Yeah.
the DIY setup.
Listen,
Is it like a full? Is it a full board underneath the laptop?
what do you mean?
I mean, is there any airflow at the bottom of your damn laptop,
Well,
or is it right into wood?
I mean, there's nothing to have airflow for, but no, there's no airflow. It's completely solid wood.
Okay.
The laptop, my laptop has fans that go from the front to the back. So
Gotcha.
it's got complete airflow on that. Now my charger for my laptop is pretty hot. Like, I'm feeling it. It's like really, really, really warm to the touch.
Mm.
This would be like my 8th
I wanna-
charger that's died. So
Might
But-
want to put a fan or something on it.
yeah, I'll figure that out. I don't see any smoke, no sparks, and the smell is mostly gone. So I'm just gonna say that I'm fine. If I die, just know that the world was going to die anyway. All right.
You guys really had no chance.
Thanks for saying we didn't have a chance against fucking Dark Eldritch gods.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get these rolls done. Pull up this stuff. Rules. Seafaring. All right. Rolling for wind. No. This button, please.
You're making these public rolls or private? Oh, I see them.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, as you all start setting sail, the first thing that you notice is a very, very dark clouds that are in the horizon that have started to move in towards your direction. With it, you feel a change of wind direction that is not in your favor. Within about an hour, the sky opens up, pouring down massive rain.
Oh,
I
right.
was just gonna
Okay.
call down to Pronto.
Yeah, Pronto's already like up deck.
Alright. Hazard directs Pronto to bring the sails in.
All right, Pronto does that.
Alright,
Hazard's gonna stay the course, but aim in the direction of the waves.
Alright, so who all is paddling?
Well, Mordai and
Currently, I
Lulu
think
dead
only
tired,
me and
and same with Ash. So
So only Pronto, Aster, and Wilhelm would be above deck.
Pronto,
Well,
go wake some of the others.
okay. Then he'll like go over to Morda and say, like, kind of like shake him a bit, like, Morda, it's a bad start. We need your
I
help.
mean, start with Ash.
It's already done. It's already done.
What do you
Oh
need
yeah, it's
now?
alright.
It's a bad storm up there. We need some assistance.
It should be fine.
Morda's gonna roll and tuck himself into bed more.
Okay. Then
The ship
Pronto
rolls
will-
him out of bed.
yeah, Pronto will go over to Ash's room and go.
I hate to tell you, Haster, but we don't feel the ship's movements down
I know.
here. I'm
I know.
comfortable.
Yeah.
It is calm seas and fair winds down here.
Pretty much.
Yep. Pronto will shake Ash.
Ash
And say-
wakes up. What?
It's a bad storm up there. We need some assistance, some extra hands.
All right. I'm coming.
Yep. And then we going up. So right now only 4 people up deck: Wilhelm, Pronto, Aster, and Ash.
All right. So, you guys are attempting to sail a ship with 2 people through a storm without sails, correct? Just making
Well,
sure that
yeah,
I'm getting
we
this
are.
right.
Correct.
Can we just go under the water
I mean, we
and miss the storm?
But,
how
well,
long can we do
how-
What? That
For how
sounds like
long?
such a great idea when you start trying to resurface.
I'm just saying, like, how long can we submerge
Like
for?
that. Does Wilhelm yell this out?
Yeah,
well,
sure.
when we were in the battle with the parrot, it should have kind of started blinking and getting overheated earlier.
You know, if it gets too bad, that's the backup plan. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, if it's getting worse, we use the submerge.
So Haster kind of directs Ash and Pronto to take 2 of the paddles, and Wilhelm to take a paddle or watch the storm and give better directions for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not exactly the strongest. That's my biggest thing.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
stand
and-
by the button if you want.
Like analyze the sea, see which is the best route to navigate us through.
Be my eyes. My
Yeah,
special
like-
eyes.
You can try
like
to do
which
that,
one-
sure.
Yeah, basically, if we're heading like towards a high tide or a low tide, essentially.
Well, something like that.
All right. So, so you all 4 of you are paddling.
I'm steering. Pronto and Ash are paddling and
Yeah, and Wilhelm
Wilhelm
is like on
is
that crow's nest,
watching all
watching-
sides.
Okay.
Yeah, try to navigate like a path to get us through the storm.
Okay. So, let's see, Haster, I need you to go ahead and make a sailing check, please.
What is that with again?
Intelligence.
Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, I see it right here. Alien intelligence.
Sailing, yes. That is a unnatural 20, dirty 20.
All right.
Nice.
Fantastic. All right, and then I need you to go ahead and roll a d20 and add a +5. This is the ship rolling.
17 plus 5, 23.
23. Fantastic.
22.
Sorry, 22. 22.
22. All right. So the the crew of those on deck pushing through, keeping as much as they can on the oars to keep them in more forward movement, and Haster keeping the steering oar with all the waves. And the waves start getting quite high. You guys are going up and then down, sliding down through the waves. It's not like torrential Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's like really, it is quite a bad storm.
Yeah, basically uphill, downhill, something like that.
Yeah, a little bit less on the steep, but you're definitely going up and down that rocking motion. As you guys are pushing through, this lasts for, I would say, 3 days of consistent onslaught of storm and bad weather. I need 2 more ship rolls.
From me.
From whoever. It doesn't matter who rolls it, just the ship itself needs a roll.
Oh, the D20 plus 5?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be 17.
Okay.
Can I roll the next one?
Sure.
Okay, I'll click roll. Oh, did it roll?
It did. That was a 6.
11.
11. All right. Okay.
And then, okay.
So, through all of that, 3 days of bad rain and weather. On the beginning of the 3rd day, about halfway through, it starts to break. And the wind is still very strong, and there's still heavy clouds, but it goes from torrential down, or from severe downfall of water and rain, and massive waves, to just more of a rocky seas, and the wind still very much in odd directions, making it impossible to pull down your sails. The rain being sporadic throughout. About through the halfway through the afternoon, we're going to go ahead and say, for the simplicity, that because it would actually be this crew again. You guys are on deck right now, paddling through, trying to keep yourselves going, and
Yeah.
you
I
hear
imagine at some point.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, at some point, I wonder if we figure out the sunken ship method and kind of give us a break from the heavy
Yeah.
waves.
Yeah.
So you guys are wanting to submerge and then paddle through the underwater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're wondering if we can do that.
All right, sure. So as using this technique, you can only do it for 10 minutes before the crystal pushes you back up atop.
Got it.
As
So
this goes on, Proto
go ahead.
gets out his small gem and wonders, and he's gonna put it in the empty dirt slot.
As you go to push the crystal onto the pedestal, which crystal is this?
It's a small ruby crystal.
Just a regular ruby.
Yeah, small ruby. Yeah.
You go to push it in, and the stone does not accept it.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. All right, and then Frontal goes back to paddling.
Okay.
At least we know it's time limit.
So, within that 10-minute period, you guys sink the ship, which you get a respite, mostly, from the constant up and down motion. The water's still carrying the ship so that bubble is still towards the top. But you're able to kind of push the oar through the water and then have to pull it out of the bubble and then back into the water and then push. So it's a little harder on the oar side, but you guys are able to get that respite from the rain. You do that a couple times. It doesn't
how
speed up
long
your
in
process,
between?
but how long do you wish to wait?
No, how long in between each use? Like how long until we're able to submerge again after we resurface?
How long would you like to wait before you click the button?
Oh, I was just kind of testing it out.
Okay, so
When it's the next available time it submerges us.
10 minutes.
Okay, so 10 on, 10 off.
Yes.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
So as you all, the crew that is currently atop deck, you hear from down below a woman screaming.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. And the storm is still going on?
The rain has started to stop, so it's just kind of sporadic with dark clouds.
I'm pretty sure Morta's gonna awake and just start trying to run up to where the fuck that scream was.
As soon as you
Oh,
walk
yeah.
out the door, you hear it
Fronto.
coming from Linda's room.
Oh yeah, Fronto knows what's going on and immediately runs down. Like with Mordai, and then go with... Oh my god! Oh, I know, Fronto's an asshole.
As you walk in, you see Linda, who is just sitting there holding on to... What armor piece did you leave behind?
Oh, both a helmet and a chest piece.
Holding onto your helmet and just crying at it.
Hey. Like kind of like shake her like
As soon as she like stops and looks at you, she goes, "You asshole!" and then uses the helmet and punches you in the face with it.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, ouch.
All right, let's roll an attack here.
Can I make an investigation check to see what happened?
Yeah, go for it.
Real quick before that attack goes out. That is going to be a 8.
I would say in perception. Be perception.
Oh, perception? Alright, then that's
Because
going to go to a 13.
13. All right. Looking around the room, you see that like stuff has been like destroyed slightly. There's Pronto's chest piece and his helmet, and it's got like stains
Pronto,
of a little bit of red on it.
Yeah, Fronto kind of like laughing at it. Like
Yeah,
I was saying like Fronto's an asshole. Fronto knows.
Yeah, and then you watch as she says that, and then just full on uses the helmet to punch him straight in the face.
I'm going to take a slight step to the side, and then I'm also going to put my leg out just behind him.
Okay, so, oh, I didn't use. Hold on.
If there's enough
Wouldn't that-
force behind her punch.
Wouldn't that technically make him, or like give them advantage, or flanking advantage?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm just going to trip him once he gets hit.
Yeah, but you're essentially working in cahoots with her, so.
Yes.
I
So
mean, I see the assholeness, and I hear him say I'm an asshole. I look at it, I'm like, yeah, you deserve it.
So, that's with that advantage, that's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. That's all bludgeoning, so. That is 7 points of damage.
Yep. One wound.
I'm gonna say you have a broken nose.
Yeah, and bloody a bit.
Yeah. She immediately goes and just poof, straight into your face. As soon as you get hit, you kind of stumble back, that stun of being hit in the nose already, and you feeling your nose break. And then Mordai tripping you as you fall all the way to the back, just flat on your ass. You fall on the floor, blood goes everywhere. And she goes, "Why would you do that?"
Fronto is an asshole.
I think that's a little more than being an asshole. Do you even realize what could have happened?
no, but uh, uh, yeah.
Is everything good down there?
The child being a child.
The scream, I
Indeed.
mean. Is she awake?
Just peachy, don't you worry.
Aye, aye. Pastor continues staring the ship.
Wilhelm, can you please give me a perception check?
Sure can.
Thank you.
It's a good old 14.
14. All right. So Linda stands up and she like kind of looks around the room, sees all the work and effort you put into it, and like she's still really mad, but like the little bit of a grin kind of like breaks. She goes, "You're an asshole."
Pronto knows. Thinking about it at first, Pronto thought it'd be really funny, but now Pronto has mixed feelings. Pronto is sorry, but Pronto definitely deserves this.
Yeah, let's get you fixed up. She comes over and helps you up, and
That's it.
then takes you to the main living quarters to provide some first aid to you.
Hey, Pronto,
okay.
what were you doing before you ran down here?
Oh, Pronto told you while you were kind of in a deep slumber after watching.
That's 3 days. That's 3 days.
3 days
past.
ago.
3
Yeah.
days ago.
Oh, okay.
What
okay.
position were you just at as he's asking?
Pronto was rowing.
Alright, and you see Mordai run up. He's gonna start going to one of the oars.
Okay. So both of you are now below decks. And
Yeah, I guess
she's,
like that cargo, or like kind of like like it.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
essentially.
goes and grabs one of the kits and goes ahead and bandages it. She says,
Yeah.
"Sorry, I have to reset this," and then immediately grabs your nose and resets your nose, which is just excruciating. And she goes, "Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. At least you know your helmet's sturdy, though."
Yes, but a mark indeed, but a memorable one, for sure. Of how
Yes.
it disappears.
Yes.
Pronto will clean up your room.
Well, that's the least you could do.
Yeah, Pronto nuts. Like kind of like half smirking, but at the same time like enduring the painful nose.
Yes. Okay. So, let's see.
Wilhelm, did you do your perception?
Yes. So as you are down below, Wilhelm, you see off in the distance a ship.
Just
Through
a
the
ship.
fog, it's hard to tell what it is, what type of ship it is, or how many sails. As there's quite a bit of fog that's over the sea right now from the amount of rain. The temperature has shifted from being, chilly to being quite warm.
I'll just yell out to those down below, tell them there's a ship, point in the direction.
What type?
What color? Sails. I need more than that.
Can I get any of that?
You can't see any of it yet.
I don't know. The fog is... It's too much.
Alright. Ash, be on standby to take us under.
Ash nods. As you guys continue sailing, you see that ship alter course coming directly for you.
I'm just gonna yell that out. Exactly what you just said.
Well, seems like they've taken interest in us. What do you say? Think we go under and try to lose them?
It's the best idea we got with this vessel.
All right, Ash, take us down.
As Ash goes and clicks the button, you see the ship go and sink below the waves. After a moment, you see the keel of the ship arrive to where you were, sail over you.
Can we see the color?
You can. And it is a deep, rich blue.
Did they see how
Right.
large the ship is?
It's not much larger than yours.
Do I recognize the color at all? Is
Uh,
that something that's sailed to my port?
No, you've not seen a blue wooded ship before. Not
I'm gonna
this
make it-
deep, not this deep blue.
I'm gonna make a
Figured.
quick dart downstairs and just yell out to Linda. Have you seen? Do you know anybody that goes by a dark, rich blue ship?
She calls out back and says, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
All good. Thought I'd ask.
Is there one above us?
At the moment,
Great.
Curious, is this like
Great.
an
Well,
Arcane
poke holes in
Acolytes
their
thing?
ship.
I mean, I know the Arcane Acolytes like the color blue, right? This isn't something
Well,
normal for them.
I mean, it's a thought.
Would I like know if they use blue ships?
They use a mixture of different vessels. They don't exactly have they have a fleet, but a large majority of their stuff is used by other merchants and other captains and whatnot. So, like, the ship that you sailed on to get to Glane was just a standard vessel.
Hmm.
So,
All right.
okay. As the ship sails over, you see, let me count this out. Give me a second.
Are you posting like an image on Discord?
No, I was checking some information here.
worst part is I have a really stupid of idea. Shit goes to the fan.
Okay, got it. All right. So as you guys watch, you see 5 oars on each side pushing the ship along. The length of the ship is just about identical to yours, and it doesn't look much different. It could be a Karnak, but it's impossible to get more details from that. As the ship sails over you, it's going to roll a perception.
Ooh.
Okay. So, the ship sails off. The crystal starts to blink.
Yeah,
Going
we're gonna
up.
hit it.
As
And when I hit
Is
it,
it
I
past
would like
us, or
I'm sorry?
did it sail past us?
It did. Yes. But you do still see, like, you saw the direction it went, but under the water it's not a clear image of how far away it went, but it's not an immediate sight.
Moida's
Just
gonna
after
climb
how-
a little bit on the ladder just to double check for himself.
Okay. So, once you guys rise out of the water,
Yeah, pretty much.
okay. As soon as you rise out of the water, you climb out, make a perception check.
Cool. Just going into hold Oh, fucking hell. That's a 9.
Can I assist him?
Yes.
Oh, again, go for it.
Alright. Oh, that went to the floor. That's another 9.
Cool. Looking around, it takes you a moment, but you eventually do see the ship, and it's where you guys were not too long ago, like it's following your path.
Okay. Wilhelm, I could barely make it out. If you see it turning around, just alert us as quick as you can.
All right.
As you watch, you see it turn around.
Oh,
Hey, Moira, you know that thing you said? Yeah, it's doing that.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
As soon as it turns around, it starts heading towards you again. This time, Wilhelm, you see a blue light. A very honed-in light. Then you hear a... You hear an impact hit onto the side of the ship.
Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to try to outrun them. We're
does
gonna need
Fronto need to
sails.
feel something, or no?
I'm sorry?
Oh, like does Pronto and Linda feel like something going on outside, or no?
You
Nothing at
hear
all?
the sound, but you wouldn't feel the impact.
Oh, we hear it. Okay.
Well, alright. Hey, Ty, remember that thing I said about, like, 10 to 8 sessions ago?
Yeah, are you gonna do that?
It's a possibility.
Cool.
A strong possibility.
Cool.
Whatever it is, don't do it.
So, as the ship starts chasing you down, it starts gaining on you. Eventually, you get a good visual of the ship, which is a good maybe 30 ship paces behind you. You hear a faint cheer and whoop of a crew on the other ship. And you see the sails, which are solid white, but waving a black flag with a skull and crossbones.
Fucking pirates.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh.
I'll roll percentile dice if Fronto is thinking about coming up. Like above 50, he'll check. Lower than 50, he will check. Oh, up 52. Above 50, he'll check it out.
All right, sounds
Like
good.
what's going on.
All right, so with that, we'll have it so that you're arriving up on top of deck with Linda to be informed of the situation.
Yeah, and like as like Fronto's getting patched up a bit, like he's also putting on his armor.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh boy, I get to blow up some pirates. Let's go. Why can't I be level 5? Why can't you just give me fireball already? I want a fireball so bad.
Who's
I
in the
can't
room?
tell-
I don't fucking care. Fireball.
Fireball!
Fireball.
Wilhelm's gonna be, at the end of the campaign, a pyromaniac, and potentially become the new villain.
Uh-huh.
You know, it doesn't have to be pyro though. I can change the element so I can.
I'm sorry, did you just say you're going to change fireball to waterball? That ain't how this works here, champ.
Hey,
It
I can
is
change it to
actually.
like force damage and just like.
He absolutely can. That's like
explosions.
the key
I mean-
element to his class.
Oh yeah,
Like
if
an
you have
acid ball,
resistance
it's
to
like an
fire
lightning
damage, I'm
balls.
still gonna fireball you.
I can lightning
Now
ball,
take
I can
force
acid
damage.
ball, I can cold ball, ice ball.
Anyway,
Cold
excited
ball.
for our first ship combat.
Yeah.
And no.
We can't exactly fight with our ship. We don't have a.
We cannot fight for the shit.
Well, remember that discussion that we had? We're just gonna throw Wilhelm on the ship.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Like Like, we're not gonna win in a ship battle, but maybe in a crew versus crew battle.
Highly debatable. We're
Jimmy-
rocking a very small crew for this ship.
Yeah.
Yes, but highly skilled individuals though. Maybe.
You say that.
We
I
have
to
to,
look at our
we would
party.
have to hold a wall to make sure that they don't get behind us and flank. Because the second they do, we're dead.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one.
Indeed.
Alright, vape boy.
Sorry.
Go there.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah,
you already know my idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
let's
Oh,
let's not
piss
go
off.
to it. I'm starting to have an idea of what it is. Let's not go to it yet.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No idea.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well,
So,
guys, this is super fun.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
Good session.
Yeah.
If I remember right, we're doing next week and then skipping the week after.